adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Most recently, you have come to the island of Shalosh, way off in the middle of nowhere, where you have come seeking the individual known as Duldrin Shadowscar, a dragonborn of nefarious means who is involved in the existence of Vagrodan. You have come here and, after having infiltrated the Citadel, have found your way down below into the bowels of the place. You managed to dig your way through a horde of various monsters, defeating Fae, undead, fiends, and creatures from beyond. Now you've found a secret chamber in the cell numbered 17 and have gone through the secret door into a cave. The cave wound around until you managed to fight off a prince of fiends and stand now before a door. What would you guys like to do?
Pray.
Well, there's what we would like to do, which is probably run away to somewhere with a warm meal, soft bed, and cold ale, but duty obligates us forward.
I don't remember what potion that was I took just before we closed the encounter.
Yeah, Brennan took a bunch of resistance.
I remember you taking a potion of heroism.
Yep. Amrat's protection from good and evil on, and a potion of heroism.
Let's see. Let me look through my list real quick.
Yeah, Brennan has like resistance to a bunch of elemental stuff.
Yeah, Rose drank her potion of advantage. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll pass over my spare potion of invulnerability to my clone. And she'll just hold on to that until she needs it.
How about clothes? Do your clone make like clothes?
Well, it's literally just a black shadow. So right now it's not wearing anything. Yeah, it looks like her outline. So it is wearing a bandana. It has a sword. It has her staff and sword, and it also has a ring that it is wearing. Those and the potion. Those are the 4 items it has that it's holding that are not part of its shadowy form.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right, Eric. I think it was a potion of heroism, and so I should be good to go.
I tell you, whoever's doing the door kick, I'll give them a cantrip of resistance.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't know if I set off the trap on purpose in the door. Because
Yeah, the disintegrate.
But that's not the door kick.
Yeah.
The disintegrate, yeah.
Yeah, that was just the
No,
disintegrate.
he's the dorky kid.
Yeah. All right, you guys ready for me to open this? And I was going to see if I had any extra clothes. I did not have any extra clothes on my character, unfortunately.
She doesn't need. It's a shadow. But yeah,
we don't have resistance to fear, do we? That we always hit with that.
If you have protection from good and evil, you do, depending on what hits you with fear. And actually, no, the spell heroism, not the potion of heroism, gives you protection from fear. I'm pretty sure. Well,
Now, an option is I could pop Twilight Sanctuary right before we do the door kick, assuming that we're planning to charge in there. But if we're planning to walk in and then deal with the villain's monologue, I should probably wait.
how long does it last? 10 rounds?
10 rounds.
Yeah. And is it just you have 2 because we took a rest, right? So you have 2 more, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
No, we took a rest, so I have 3.
oh, well, yeah, 2 after the one you used. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. I get the feeling this is the last room, so
I have stone skin.
This is a broom closet.
it's not gonna. I don't think
kick
so.
down the broom closet and kick some ass.
all right, you guys ready for me to
I was
open the door?
telling Mike before the game that the worst thing I can throw at you right now is a set of stairs.
Another set of stairs.
Yeah,
Or worse than stairs, the elevator from Mass Effect.
empty cell. I have.
I'm opening
Before
the-
we do this, one
Yeah.
last thing. If no one wants it, I'll do it myself. But does anyone want stone skin?
Let's see. Stone skin.
That's pretty legit. I'm just afraid of everything getting dispelled off people right off.
That's
the bat.
concentration though. You won't be able to have your hunter's markup, right?
Correct.
You're right. Can't do multiples. Okay. Yeah.
Well, be ready to adjust tactics based on what we see, because for all we know, we're going to kick open the door and come face to face with a giant beholder staring straight at us.
It is concentration. Okay.
Yeah.
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 Hey,
yeah.
Eric,
All our magic gets instantly wiped. Oof, man.
Yeah.
Eric, I'm going
Okay.
to cast Crown of Stars because it lasts for an hour and
Sure.
it's not concentration. So I'll go ahead and cast
Awesome.
Yeah, I will then
Oh.
go ahead and do a Twilight Sanctuary.
All
'Cause
right.
That can't get dispelled off me.
True.
All right.
And it will
Alright,
be
let's see
for
what's-
19 renewing.
Let's see what's up.
Where
Alright.
is? I'm not seeing Tetsu on the map. Where is he?
He's hiding. Or sorry.
Oh.
Um,
Oh, there he is. Yeah, I
strategically
can't.
positioned.
The angle. Yeah. There he is.
Yeah, he is one explosion radius plus 5 feet away.
All right,
Alright,
I'm opening the door. You
Taking
guys
the
ready?
dodge
Yeah.
actions.
You guys
yeah.
ready?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're ready.
I'll
Dodging.
All right. So
I thought
need to
I already
open the door
unlocked
for
it.
you.
I'm
did,
pretty
I
sure I
just
already
take-
unlocked it.
I kept it locked so that you wouldn't accidentally open it.
Yeah, Rose.
Look, it's not my fault. I like clicking things. Okay.
All right, Han Solo. All right. The door is now officially unlocked.
Oh wow.
And as you open the door, you hear a voice from across the way. So you finally arrived.
Yeah,
Figured
sorry.
It'd only be a matter of time.
You weren't pretty enough for us to rush.
It's fine. Flattery has never been your strong point, has it?
You're sure it has. That's how
Come
you think I
in,
get.
come
Yeah.
in. After all, it's not polite for me to keep you waiting. Welcome to my experiments. I'm sure you approve. This is what you've come for, isn't it? The body of Amaria Rosie.
I mean, we came for a few things. That might have been one of them.
It's like we came for the body of Vagradan. Not Vagradan.
He's
Vagradan.
currently in shoe.
I'm getting the names mixed up. Of
Oh,
Mr. Evil Eye Scarface.
yeah. Hold on. If he's in shoe, can we just leave and come back in a few days? Let him finish up in shoe. I'd hate to interrupt him. Like, I'd be perfectly fine with shoe being evaporated off the map.
Well,
Just throwing that out there.
it won't be evaporated. It'll simply be reforged. You understand?
Either way.
Is this
Can I tell
lightning?
what these are?
Yeah, this lightning. I'm assuming it's very bright.
Is very bright.
Okay, so no
Can I
shadows.
tell what these are? These orbs are?
Roll an Arcana check.
Oh, we get to roll Arcana. I love rolling Arcana.
Yep,
I think I rolled low though.
you did roll low. Aimer didn't.
Say
That's
Aimer.
far enough, sweet August Rose. And he
That's
holds up his hand.
And
And
dimension door over there.
let's go ahead
We're gonna
and
rifle dimension door.
why don't we begin? After all, I can't have you interrupting my plans.
I'm really good at that, though. I'm sorry.
He's going to smile and take an aggressive action as he moves his hand. Let's have you guys roll for initiative to see who goes first. This will not be a surprise round.
Yeah, and is this him on the map? I can't quite.
It is.
Tell. Okay.
Yep,
You look
that's
around. He's the only person in the room other than you guys.
Okay, Rose. This battle will go just fine. We both rolled terrible initiative.
that's about where it should. I knew so. I rolled 2 crits on my initiative last session. Like that was beyond the pale. So yeah, I'm back to where I belong at the bottom of the initiative order.
Yep.
What'd you find out, Aimer?
I don't know. Oh, yes, I
Alright.
did. Never mind, I'm just dumb. What did I find out? I didn't see it with all the initiative rolls.
Just ignore
Are they
that. You don't
all-
need to worry about that.
Are they all those? Every one of them?
Uh-huh.
Hamer looks at him. He kind of squeals for a moment. He's like, I really want to keep these, but they're all spheres of annihilation. Can I keep them?
Years of annihilation. Holy cow. Oh,
Oh man, I hope he can't move them.
crap.
Alright, Echo.
Oh,
what do you want to
He
do?
can. They can be moved, generally speaking. I can also move them.
Well, Rose does not know what a sphere of annihilation
do you-
is, but it
yeah,
sounds like a
so-
sphere that annihilates things. So
Well, I know what Doug knows what a sphere of annihilation is from the Tomb of Annihilation. But
well, yeah.
what are the characteristics of these, Amer? I mean, how can they? What's their weakness? What's their?
Anything that touches but isn't wholly engulfed takes 4d10 force damage. You can control it using a very high intelligence Arcana check, DC 25. And on success, the sphere levitates in one direction of your choice up to a number of feet equal to 5 times your intelligence modifier. On a failure, the sphere moves 10 feet towards you. Any creature whose space enters the sphere must succeed on a DC Dexterity 13 saving throw or be touched by it, taking 4d10 force damage. So basically, Rose and I can literally dance on them and be okay.
How far did you say they? How far did you say they can move?
On a successful check, 5 times your intelligence modifier. On a non-successful check, it moves towards you 10 feet.
Okay.
If you
So
attempt to
they're gonna
control a
move.
sphere that is under another creature's control, these are probably all adults under control, you make an intelligence check contested by the other creature's intelligence check, both Arcana. Winner gains control of the sphere and can levitate it as normal.
This is interesting. So these things are going to move 25 feet probably in some direction every turn.
I mean, normal people can only move one because it takes an action to move one. Now, this
It
is
takes-
Dulgem we're talking about, so
Yeah.
you never know.
Yep.
Best to assume that anyone who can't make the dex save is going to go annihilated.
Okay.
I, for one, cannot fail the dex save, so
So is it an action though? Is that what you said? It's an action?
it's an action to move it for normal people.
Okay.
Normal people, us. Dulgem is... Look how
Probably-
ugly he is. He's not normal. His mom probably didn't let him out of the closet until he was 85 years old.
Yeah. Okay.
I think if he was out of the closet, he'd be dressed a bit better than that.
But there's no way to close one, is there?
No, I don't think so. It's a sphere. How do you close a sphere? You can crush it, maybe.
Yeah.
Might be able to move one into another, and they might blow themselves up.
Put it in the bag of holding and see what explodes.
It might.
So
It
everything
could.
explodes.
Fantastic idea. Yeah.
Eric, the lightning, is it arcing over the corpse or is it like a wall?
It is arcing across the corpse and through it, all around it, to the corpse, etc. So you don't want to cross the lightning. Unless you're immune to lightning.
Well, that's
Alright.
quite enlightening.
Indeed.
That was a good one. Well, it's Echo's turn. What are you gonna do, big guy? There's your corpse right there.
Yep.
You know, he doesn't
Yeah,
look
that's-
he doesn't look like he would cover an entire village with his wings. Just saying.
Yeah.
Depends on the
I
size
see
of the
what it
village.
is. He
Wait a minute.
he
now.
covered
Now
an
you're
entire
insulting.
kobold
I mean,
village. They're condensed.
Hey, why you gotta be so insulting?
What you can see is over 200 feet long. You figure that a wingspan has to be 4 times that size. That's 800 feet. That's a
Yeah.
pretty big village.
That is a pretty big dragon. Yeah.
He's a pretty big dude. My roll 20's freaking out for some reason. My map
Hmm.
just went away.
May just need to reload.
Maybe let me just hit the reload button.
Oh. Well, yeah. I guess that'd be on my turn. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to hold my action to cast a spell.
Okay.
I think I'm probably going to move. As
Sure.
soon as this comes up, I'm going to move it back towards the door.
Okay.
But I'm going to hold my action to cast a spell until one of my party members gets with toe-to-toe with this guy.
Awesome. Well, it becomes his turn. And his turn is going to start by casting Circle of Death. And we're going to cast it over here. Right there. So we can catch all of you in it. So I need you guys to make a Constitution saving throw. And the DC for this is a 23.
I can't make this. Period.
And who did the door kick again? It was Aimer who did the door kick, right?
Yeah.
Indeed.
So you still have a D4 of resistance.
See, I rolled an 18 and a 19, and I still couldn't hit it.
All right.
I will spend a key point to re-roll that.
Poor con
Come
save.
on. Come on, give me a good roll. There we go.
Yep.
And I have a D4 to go on top of that, but I can't see my map. I can't roll 20.
Wait, what? Hold on, man. Bless counts for saves, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have blessed that potion heroism. Hold on, I rolled a 21. I need a 2.
Okay. All right.
Ah, I saved.
Yeah.
Ah,
Awesome.
ooh.
So you will suffer half of 25 damage. So
Actually,
I
I'll suffer
believe-
half. I think I'll suffer half again because I have resistance, so I have to take 12.
awesome.
And yeah, don't forget your temp HP because of Tetsu.
Yeah, so 20. Yeah, everyone should have had 23 temp HP, so that significantly mitigated that.
All
So
right.
12. Is it 12 or 13 damage? Is it rounding up or down?
Down.
Always down.
round in
Okay,
D&D.
always round down. All right.
Yep.
And DC
That
was
is-
23, right?
Yes, sir.
I just missed it.
Okay.
How much you say we take? Half?
Half would be 12.
Okay.
And
Gotta get my screen back.
he smiles coolly at you guys and will then use a bonus action to invoke a curse at one of the people in the room. Who are we going to curse? 1d6, because he does not count the shadow clone because he's watched you do that.
It's pretty obviously some sort of weird construct, so I'm pretty sure he's
Right.
smart enough not to do that.
It's okay. We're going to curse Ricard.
He just doesn't like you.
Yep. Ricard, you need to make a Constitution saving throw of a DC 23 or be cursed.
You're cursed.
Ooh, ooh.
Ricard, do you have advantage for any reason?
No, I do not.
He does have his legend. What is it called? The Indomitable.
I do have a domino. Let me do
Yeah.
that.
To him if he wishes to use that.
Ugh.
Unfortunately, the 17 will not succeed. So I need to zoom out here. Brennan in there because Brennan's put it in the back. All right, so you are currently cursed, Ricard, and are unable to regain hit points, and you have vulnerability to necrotic damage.
Okay.
That's mean curse.
Yep. That is his action and his bonus action. He does not have anyone nearby as part of his action to touch, so we're not going to do that part of his turn. And yeah, he will then walk slowly away to there as we go to Testudinidae.
So Testudinidae scampers forward a bit, takes out his scroll of haste, ignites the end of it, takes a deep puff of it, and blows the magical smoke onto Aimer, casting haste upon him. That's how scrolls work, right?
Close
Yes. Close enough.
So yes, I have cast haste upon Aimer and then scampers a bit that way to let's keep him in the area. There and
Don't
done.
like that you did that, Tortolan. You should be punished for such arrogance.
Well, Testinide holds out a fist towards Mr. Darkscar and with his free hand makes a slow rotating gesture around the thumb as his middle finger slowly extends.
Okay. And Ricard, you've been granted inspiration by the Twitch chat.
Thank you.
All right. So, at the end of Testudinide's turn, is there anything else you'd like to do, sir?
Not at this time.
Very well. At the end of your
Quick
turn.
question.
Yes.
How do you plot your movement? Like
You can
which
right-click
button do you?
while doing that.
Oh, right click while doing it. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. At the end of Testudinide's turn, I will use the first of my legendary actions to move one of my spheres. And he doesn't like the fact that you gave Aimer haste. So we're going to mess with you a little bit here. And we're going to... Oh, come on.
Is that a contested action? Is that how that works?
Not for him. He's going to use
No,
his
that's what I'm saying
talisman.
is
Good.
we can contest the action.
If it's under your control, this
Yes.
sphere is not currently under your control.
So we can take an action to take control of one on our turn. Is that what we do?
You can attempt
It's
to, yes.
DC 25 Arcana check.
Well,
And
it's
he
25
can
to...
move-
I thought it was
Okay.
25 to initially take control, but then contested to seize
Correct.
control, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so we got a chance.
So he will move the Orb of Annihilation towards Testudinide, bumping into Ricard on the way, because I need to break that haste. So I need both Ricard and Testudinide to roll a dexterity saving throw of a DC 13. Okay.
Oh. Not bad.
Awesome. So Testudinide can move to any of the squares adjacent to the sphere. So here, right there you go. And Ricard, you rolled a 22, so you can also move away. So as it comes closer, you are able to avoid it.
Testinide just does a little twirl, and in keeping with his god, moonwalks away from it.
All right, cool. And these two arcs of lightning will go away. Revealing some of the dragon.
Are those runes in the dragon, Eric? They look like
They're s-
runes.
They look
They
like
are
squiggles.
runes on the dragon. Thanks, I did my best. The runes on the dragon in that section begin to light up, and the bones expand as if it is breathing. Brennan, what would you like to do?
Well, Eric, when it comes to that picture, I'd say you ruined it.
Thank you.
All right. He is out of reach for Hunter's Mark right now. It's 90 feet reach.
Mm-hmm.
But what I will do instead is pull out a bow. I don't think Testudinide or Ricardo's seen it. And say the following. May this arrow rain down on my enemy as the piss of a spider.
Yep.
And he is going to display his oath bow. And he will use a arrow slaying. Since he's out of range for Hunter's Mark, he's going to use flame arrow to see if doubtful
Okay.
to see if fire can do anything.
Very well.
All right. Is 27 hit?
It does hit, and he knows that even if you put up a shield, it would not help.
Okay. Let's roll this. So first I'll do the arrow, and then the D6 for flame,
Okay.
and then
So
the arrow sling.
Yep. So let's see here. It's 10 plus 6 is 16. 16 plus 5 is 21. 21 plus 3 is 24. Oh, you don't get sneak attack on this one, correct?
Probably not. We have advantage.
Yeah, I don't think so. No one's near him.
21 plus 3 from the flame arrow would be 24. 24 plus 43. And arrow sling requires a con save on his part, right?
DC 17.
Alright, so he suffered 24 already. His Constitution saving throw to reduce the arrow sling to half is a 21, so he will suffer 21 points of damage from the arrow sling.
Okay. Let me mark off that fire.
Okay?
Is he concentrating on something?
Not at the moment. I'd love to,
Okay.
but I only have so many turns.
Okay, and it's gonna be hard to get pack tactics with this guy.
Let's take someone next to him.
I know, but we should have taken some resistance to lightning.
Well, there's no lightning in the middle of the dragon right now. So.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right. I'm
Yeah,
on
and
my
a
other.
hasted aimer, so I think we can agree he's probably gonna.
I mean, probably.
That's okay. So I'm going to attack again. This time without any magic.
Sure.
With the oath bow, with a arrow sling.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
16.
That's probably-
He catches it and snaps the head off your arrow.
That's okay. I'm going to use a lucky point and try again.
Okay. All right, we're gonna re-roll that with Lucky. Awesome.
The arrow reconstitutes itself.
24. I will use his reaction to cast Shield.
Okay.
Good reaction.
Yeah. And that takes his AC currently up to 26.
Ooh. Spicy.
Okay. At that, let me look where Brendan is. Brendan's going to move out of line of sight. It's about 20 movement
Okay.
there. That's going to be his turn.
Yeah, the aura does go through walls, so if any part of that aura is over here, you can still get your temp HP.
Okay.
I will, 5, 10, 15. I'll take that advice and then move here. I'll finish here.
It's 19 temp HP for you.
Good. Okay. Thank you.
Temp HP get fountain, get a temp HP fountain.
Yep. We're going to go ahead and use another legendary action to grab this orb of annihilation and move it up to 90 feet. And I need to break that damn haste.
90
make you-
feet. Ooh.
Come over and bump into.
Can he
Justin
control
Day
more
from
than
the
one at
other
a
side.
time?
Oh yeah, of course
Is
you
it
can.
like, is it like concentration?
It is not.
Nope.
No, he just has control over them. That's all that matters for him.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
he's a boss.
Well, I mean,
He's a
like
boss.
you could theoretically yourself control a million of the spheres too. Like it doesn't have anything to do with that. You just have to have the spheres there to control them.
I mean, yeah, he's had all day to get control of him. So
So you could say he's using his inspiration.
Yes.
And now if I botch the save, it's karma.
So the thing about it is you gotta remember he can move it 5 feet per. I think it was it per point
Of intelligence, but he has a sphere.
Yeah.
He has an amulet to control them.
It's a
Yeah,
modifier.
yeah.
It's 5 feet per modifier. That
He
means
has
he's
an
a
amulet
plus
that
8.
allows him. There's an amulet that he's got. I will go ahead and display.
Okay.
Oh, so we can't control multiple, but he can because he has the amulet.
No, he can
Yeah.
move it that far. Normally, you need to have a plus 18 modifier to move it like that.
I
I was about to be real impressed by him. Like, man, this guy's
Yeah.
smart.
yeah, and he's an archmage or something.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's the end of Brennan's turn. Did Tester Day make the saving throw?
Oh, you
Dexterity?
didn't say hit. You just said it.
Yes,
moved
please.
it.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it needs to bump into you.
Yeah, it's a dex save, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. All right. So as you fail that, do you have any way to bump it up by any chance?
Well, you said it's 46 damage, right?
Or like
4d10.
4d10. I'm gonna soak it.
Okay. You will soak 15 damage.
Ooh, okay. Okay, so it's
I
only
can't-
DC 10
It's just-
concentration.
It eats a little bit of your temporary hit points.
Let's see if I pass my con.
You're
I'm
fine.
okay.
Ooh.
Warcaster and resilient. Good luck on breaking that concentration.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that was the end of Brendan's turn. We go to Ricard von Karth.
I should be after Sweet August Rose, actually.
Oh,
5.1
what
more.
happened? Yeah, I don't know what happened there. All right, it's actually Amer's turn.
Am I able to walk through the skeleton at this point? There's no lightning there.
It is difficult terrain. If you'd like to do some sort of sweet moves, I'm open to it, but it is not easy to walk through.
All right, well, my bonus action, my Blade Song. And so my movement is 80, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to attempt some sweet moves.
Okay.
See if I have any squares I can get here with some sweet moves.
Yeah, can
Sure.
you just jump over it?
I don't think so. I think that thing is like 40, 50 feet tall.
All
You
through the
can
ribs.
parkour over it.
Tumble through the,
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing is parkouring with acrobatics.
Yeah.
So how
As you
many
leap
squares
up
can I
onto it?
avoid with that? Of difficult
You
terrain.
will avoid, if you're going up and over the top, you ignore the difficult terrain.
Let's see, that was 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65,
Yeah,
70,
essentially the
75.
rib cage expands as if it was breathing, and you go up on top of it as it does so,
Okay.
going across it like a bridge. It's
Okay,
really nice.
and then I'm going to have a little fun, Eric.
I'm
'Cause
ready.
I haven't had a little fun in a little while. You see Amer reach into his cloak, and he smiles a little bit as he tosses a little something. Let's see, what was it? 30 feet. He tosses it like right here,
Okay.
and we're gonna roll. Let's see what do we got here? 1d8.
Okay.
4. Well, this might not be the rest, but he needs to make a DC 20 dex save or take 86 lightning damage as a adult dragon breath grenade explodes right there.
He's immune.
So it's lightning damage.
It is unfortunately lightning damage. I mean, it'd be like that, you know what I mean?
Sometimes it'd be like that.
So his dexterity saving throw. It's a 10. He is resistant to lightning damage, so he will suffer 43 points of lightning damage.
Amer sees lightning and goes, Fireboiler really needs to label these things. That'll be my turn.
Very
So,
well.
Eric, can you check to make sure I have 120 feet of vision?
I will double check.
Amer just throws the
You
grenade
had
and we all just
60.
hear.
I'm fixing that now.
Oh,
Way more cool if it came out of his fingers.
Does
He
that help?
won't be getting a
Echo?
second level of wizard for a long time.
All right. So if that helps Echo see a little better,
Yeah, it does.
that'd be great. Awesome.
That's Amer's turn, by the way.
Oh, Amer, you still have your haste action.
I have my haste action.
Yep.
Throw a rock.
A rock.
and it also doubles your movement, right?
Yeah, that's why I moved 80 feet. Well,
Your haste action could be a dash.
it could be a dash. But I don't know if I want to be next to him by myself. You know what I mean? Like,
Do it.
all right. I'll use my
Nothing bad ever happens from you going first.
Yeah, I'll dash there. I'm like, hey, buddy, how's it
Okay.
going?
So I think my triggered action goes off.
Okay.
I'm going to use Wish, and we're going to cast Dark Star. It's an 40-foot radius. We're going to
Okay.
place it right on top of his head.
Okay.
And I'm going to carefully cast this, so it will exclude Rose, Amer, Ricardo, and the Shadow.
All right. So you're casting the Dark Star.
Yeah, I can put that
Here.
here.
There we go.
Yeah, for you.
Awesome. So this spell creates a sphere centered on a point you choose within range. The sphere can have a radius of up to 40 feet. The area within this sphere is filled with magical darkness and crushing gravitational force. For the duration, the spell's area is difficult terrain. A creature with dark vision can't see through the magical darkness, and non-magical light can't illuminate it. No sound can be created within or pass through the area. Any creature or object entirely inside the sphere is immune to thunder damage, and creatures are deafened while entirely inside it. Casting a spell that includes a verbal component is impossible there. Any creature that enters a spell area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there must make a Constitution saving throw. The creature takes 8d10 force damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. Awesome. Cool. So...
Yes, so
And a creature
Let's see,
reduced
so
to
he'll-
0 hit points by this damage is disintegrated.
yeah, that's right. So he'll need to make that. He'll need to make that save now, and then
Okay.
on his turn as well, I believe.
And it's a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, con save.
And what is your spell save DC, please?
21.
Awesome. Pow.
I can't lower it.
He got a 22.
He gets advantage.
Yep,
Yes, sir.
he's a boss.
Okay.
We live that advantage life. It's the best life. I
I
can't
don't
help
think I have silver bar. Let me check and see if I still have a silver barbs.
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast silver barbs.
Okay.
Is he within range?
It's 120
Don't think I'm in
feet, and I've got
range.
30 extra. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. So, his Constitution saving throw, and he does not get advantage on this roll because it's only the one re-roll. So the normal roll on this is a 31.
Wait, what?
Okay. Well, that's okay. He'll have to make
Oh,
it on
19
his
yeah,
turn
19
as
plus
well.
12,
Yeah,
okay.
He's got to make it every turn. He still takes
Yep.
half.
Yes, sir.
That's a rose roll, man.
Yeah,
So,
I think it
8d10,
works like
please?
Spirit Guardian, so I think it is only on this, not when it's cast, but only on the starter end of, or moving into it.
Thank God for careful
What do you-
spell.
Yep. So he suffers 15 damage.
No, that's right. He'll take 15.
All right, and this
Is he concentrating on anything?
Is it? He's not yet. And that's force damage, so he does not have resistance to that. All right, that was
And
your
that's it.
trigger at the end of Amer's turn, correct?
That's right.
All right, Amer, your turn ends. Yes.
Yes, it does.
Awesome.
Do you want to
Amer,
draw the area on the map?
that would be good. Yes, let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna
tested in today, and I don't want to go in there.
Right.
Oh, it might
so
have to.
It's a 40-foot.
But we didn't get
area
excluded,
around
so
him.
yeah.
So I'm going to mark him for 40-foot radius circle. That is the 40-foot radius. So I will then grab
And it was
the...
small in this room. It's a big room.
It is a very, very big room, yes. Well, Emery Rosie's a big dragon, so... Alright, so we're going to put the circle there.
Yeah, and Echo, just to clarify, are we trying to retrieve these bones or just prevent them from falling into evil hands?
We're trying to
Both.
yeah.
Yeah. We don't want them to fall into evil hands, probably number one. And then number two is we want to retrieve them.
Because I was thinking I could do a contested move one of these spheres into the bones.
Yeah, interestingly, the bones take no damage from your Dark Star.
Yeah, there's something in, you can
Oh,
see
yeah.
the weave or something woven into the bones from here. We still we still hadn't looked at that.
All right. So, Amer,
Yes.
do you have a bag of holding?
I have a haversack.
You have the handy haversack.
I have a handy haversack.
Awesome. So he's
That's
going
not a
to
good
go
plan.
ahead and move this Orb of Annihilation to bump into Amer, which I know Amer can't fail at the moment. That's fine. That lightning goes away. Amer, would you like to roll your dexterity saving throw of a DC 13?
Sure.
Okay.
Does he have like a devil sight? Because he shouldn't be able to see inside this darkness, right?
He doesn't have to. Let me double check.
He does have true sight because he saw my
Yeah.
scrying orb.
Yeah.
He has true sight. Okay.
Yeah,
And
or something
it does
that
not
lets
say
him
he
see
has to. He does not have to be able to see to direct the orbs where they need to go.
Okay.
Yeah. It just says you move it up to 90 feet. All right. So, Aimer, that was the end of your turn. We go to Sweet August Rose, as I've used 3 legendary actions so far.
So,
As Aimer's Haversack managed to keep him from going to the astral plane.
It would have been a roll. Different
Mhm.
things happen when it comes in contact, which is always fun. I enjoy
Yeah.
chaos.
I know. Want to lean into it?
And we all would have gone to the astral plane. It would have been fun. Actually, no, it's not even an astral plane. It's a random plane of existence.
True.
We could have ended up anywhere.
oh, the fire plane. Oh, the earth plane. Just get instantly crushed to death.
Yeah.
Rush.
yeah.
Get reverse isekai into the real world.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've done that
Uh,
before. That's fun.
Okay, so Eric, the ribs are currently breathing.
Yes, and the
are-
neck is now craning.
Okay.
We're gonna have
Ro-
to take control of some of these orbs.
yeah, Rose is just gonna, okay, first she's gonna draw Cass, the Infinite Slayer.
Okay.
Let me make the
Wisdom
will roll
saving
for that,
throw.
and I have advantage because it's my first saving. Oh wait, no. He hit me with that
Mm-hmm.
He hit me with that dark star, or not
Circle
dark
of
star.
death,
That's
yep.
yeah. So it burned my advantage. Uh-oh. Well, yeah, statistically, it's unlikely this will fail. Okay, there we go.
You're fine.
Statistically.
Statistics.
All right. So, interesting story about moving the control and recontrolling the orbs is that I think Aimer has the highest into the party, and I guess with having 2 actions, I'd be able to contest 1 too, though. So, I may have to start doing that.
Well, the haste has limits on what it can do. It has a very specific list of what you
Yep.
can do with it.
Yes, but you see, what I can do is I can use that to attack, and then use my standard action to move the orbs and cast them.
He can do anything except cast a spell, right?
I can
No, the hasted
attack,
action
dash,
is
disengage,
through.
hide, or use an object.
Yep. And I would classify the orbs as obvious.
But yeah, Rose is gonna say, Echo. She draws a dagger and she starts running forward. You said the ribs are difficult terrain.
Yes, unless you can make the acrobatics check to go over the top.
Well, she's gonna do that then. But
Rose always goes over the top.
well,
Meh.
she can actually just run up the walls. So I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, that counts. You can just do it.
Yeah.
Crazy
So as
monk
she's
shit.
as she's just running over it, over the link, she's just gonna say, Echo, I think you really need to start studying these ruins and make sure this dragon doesn't come to life. And then she's just gonna dive into the darkness. It's about 80 feet, so I gotta use. She will use her bonus action to do Step of the Wind. So let me mark that off
Okay.
of my key points.
Sure.
There we go. That's what we needed.
And she's gonna get closer, and then she is
Okay.
going to. She's actually not gonna attack with a dagger. She's going to attempt to grab him.
Okay. So you're going to try to grab a hold of him.
Yeah, grapple him.
And then roll the 3.
Cool. So, his dexterity saving throw. Oh, no, his acrobatics is an 11. You got it.
Okay, so I mean, presumably he can step out of this, or do something. But and then with the other attack, she is going to try to stab him with Cass.
Okay. And unfortunately, where the blade punctures, the energy barrier prevents him from taking damage.
Okay. And that's it for her turn, and then now it's her clone's turn, and that's going to be. That is not the right. What is happening? Oh, whoa, that was strange. So she's also going to Step of the Wind and move straight over the bones. And then she is going to attack twice with Valerian. So
Okay.
sorry. Does a 28 hit?
A 28 does hit.
She is going to attempt to stunning strike him.
Okay. So his Constitution saving throw.
Oh, and I gotta mark these down because this is clone key. That says 17, so she has 16. No, she has 15 left because she also stepped to the wind. So let me just 1,
All right.
2.
And what is
I thought clone key was a rogue ability.
Locksmith.
Okay, so the shit doesn't have the belt, so it's her DC is a 19 for the clone.
All right. So I will go ahead and use my first legendary resistance to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
And then the clone will attack again.
You follow the patterns. The patterns I've seen before. The 31 will hit him.
Yep. And she is going to attempt to stun him again. So it's a DC 19, so he's probably going to save, but...
Alright, his con save here. It'll be an 18. He will not be stunned because he's immune to it.
That's fair enough.
He's immune to stun.
Yep,
Why do you use a legendary reaction? Okay.
because Eric forgot.
Reaction, yeah. I do that. I've got too many features on my
That's
character.
fair enough.
Yeah.
It'd
I've got
be
the
pretty
list.
boring if I just stun locked him.
Yeah, no, here's the list. Just because I like playing fair. There's the list.
I don't mind.
It's the usual.
And that's it for the clone's turn.
Okay.
And yeah,
Cool. I do not have any legendary actions to use, so we go to Ricard Von Karth.
Okay, I've got spider climb and 45 feet of
Yep.
movement, so I'm hoping that I can just sprint
Go up and over as
Direct.
well.
directly to him right here.
Do you have Devil's Sight?
I do not,
You cannot see him at the moment.
but I can get right up next to him, right?
Yes, sir. If you can get over there. You got that much movement? Awesome.
yeah,
With
he has
a
90 with a dash. Yeah.
action, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'll action surge and attack him 3 times.
Okay.
Don't forget the cold damage from your Iron Man gem.
These are straight rolls, I think, because we're in darkness.
You don't
I
have
can't
blind
see, he
fighting.
can't see me.
He can see you, so these would be with disadvantage.
Okay, the disadvantage then, yep.
Yes, sir. So, unfortunately, none of those were at 26, so you did not hit him. He still has his shield up.
Okay. Before I came into the darkness, can I say that I did my command word for my shield,
That's fine.
Victoria Omnia, and it's now floating as well. And
Cool.
that will be it for my turn.
All right. And we go to Echo Rex.
Yeah, I think Echo is going to go ahead and call in. Yeah, I think he's
Anyone
gonna-
doing it.
Go ahead and blow the horn and call in a real evil bitch in the room.
Yeah, the real evil.
All right.
Bring in the real bad guy.
All right.
Okay, Eric, do I get to roll for a curse again, or is that just stopping for now?
No, you are cursed until someone does grid restoration or removes curse.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. So we're going to bring in a real bitch. Awesome. So we're going to bring in a real bitch.
It's really
Once Aimer hears the horn, you see his
You can't. You
Yeah,
can't hear it.
audibly hear him
You can't
sigh.
hear it.
You can't hear it. There's nothing. There's no sound in this black
Aimer
hole.
knows.
I
No,
think-
there's something. It goes through the magic, and Aimer's like, God damn it.
That's right. Yeah, somehow Aimer knows. Maybe it's that
Yeah.
psychic link. You know,
Yeah,
Echo's like, okay,
It's
it's time to bring in the real bitch.
It breaks through magic. Imkale has blessed him to know when his demise is near. And it's
Yep.
not Jaldrin, it's not Vagrodan, it's Cecilia.
It's Cicada.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could just hear him blowing on the horn now.
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
Yeah. Yes. Echo's going to. Let's see. I think he's going to try and move to here. How
For the
far is
record,
that?
Here is
Yep.
the updated version Echo. And
Oh.
I did get the maul damage in there for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right.
Yep. He's going to move to there, and then bonus action. He's going to use the Crown of Stars.
Because he has true sight, right?
That's right.
Okay. And unfortunately, the 23 will miss.
Ooh. Okay.
It still has the shield up.
Still one of the best
Oh,
spells.
okay. And then I think CC's going to go to here. I know she'd hate me saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Calling her CC.
which
She
is why
doesn't
you
like
should
that very
say it.
much usually.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
I'm gonna.
and
tell-
she's going to use a disintegrate. She's going to
Okay.
cast disintegrate at the 6th level.
Let me double check because I don't think she can. Nope. Can't see him.
Oh, she can't see him. What can she do?
But you can't yell at Aimer.
Yeah, she can't yell at Aimer, which is what she wants to do. He can't hear. Oh, she's about as nullified as he is in that case. Okay. Yep.
Yep.
Well, she is an angel of death, so maybe she can make sure this dragon stays dead.
Yeah. Okay.
That'd be
So,
cool.
yeah.
Could you
she
cast
can't-
ceremony on the bones? Does she have ceremony?
No, I don't think she has ceremony. Let's see.
Ooh.
She has a lot of
No.
cool abilities, but she has to see or talk for most of them.
She could
You got
grab
word-
one of the orbs, the
got
Spheres of
word radio.
Annihilation.
I don't think she can win one, but I'm going to have her try.
Okay.
Yeah, she's going to try. She's going to try and take this orb here under her control.
All right. So to grab a hold of it, it is a intelligence 25 check. It's actually contesting his, so we need to contest. So the
Oh,
contest.
there's no way she'll win against him.
Yeah, need.
Is
her
it?
to beat
Does he have to react to it?
26.
Is it reaction for him?
No, it's a contested thing, regardless. So she
I
can't
It's an
make it.
Arcana.
She would need to roll a 25. Yeah, it's an Arcana check. So
It's contested Arcana.
Oh, Arcana check. I thought you said it was an intelligence check. Okay.
No,
Oh, an
it's
Arcana check.
intelligence.
Wait a minute.
It's
Oh,
intelligence
Arcana, that's-
Arcana. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
her
okay.
Arcana. Yeah. Yeah, hers isn't very good. Okay. I think she's done for right now.
all right. Then after Echo Rex's turn, it becomes his turn. And he is going to start by. Oh, goodness gracious. He knows he's surrounded. He doesn't wish to be surrounded anymore, so we are going to disengage.
I have him grappled, so
Oh, you're correct. You have him grappled. Damn, can't disengage.
His movement's 0 right now.
I mean, he could disengage, but he can't go anywhere.
Yeah, so no, instead, because I'm currently grappled, I'm just going to use Paralyzing Touch.
Ooh.
And we're going to Paralyzing Touch our friend Sweet August Rose, because you to stop that. And does a 24 strike you, Sweet August Rose?
no, it doesn't. But I mean, I am touching him though, because I'm holding on to him, so I don't know if that auto hits or.
It's still a spell. It's still a melee spell attack. He's like got his hand up and going to boop you on the snoot, and nothing happens.
All right.
Okay. So he did attack Sweet August Rose. Does Aimer have blind sight or true sight?
He has blind fighting, so yes.
Okay. Would you like to take your opportunity attack from Sentinel?
Not yet, no.
Okay. Then he will use his bonus action to invoke Curse. And we're going to invoke a curse. Oh, I forgot to make my save against the Dark Star. I'm sorry. You got a 32.
Nice.
Please roll your damage. So he suffers 20 points of damage. He would be monologuing, but cannot at the moment. And now he will do his invoke curse.
That's a spell-like ability?
It is a staff. It's a magic item.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And so 1d3, because he knows that the Shadow Clone is not real. We will do, I already did you, so it should actually be 1d2 here. 1d2. What am I doing? Aimer, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw or be cursed.
I can't make that, so I'm going to be cursed.
Okay. As he holds up the Staff of the Forgotten One, he curses you, and you are now vulnerable to magic and cannot regain hit points.
I'm not vulnerable to, well, magic damage?
Vulnerable to necrotic damage.
Okay, so I was going to say, you said vulnerable to magic, so I was like, I had to
sorry.
specify, like, because he
You're
also
correct.
has
Yep.
I have resistance to magic, so, I like to make sure I know what I'm getting myself into.
Yep. Vulnerable to necrotic damage.
Okay.
That's his bonus action and action. He is currently grappled, so cannot move. Yeah, there's nothing else he can really do at the moment. So we go to Test Udinide.
Okay, so Tesdini is proficient in Arcana, and he's gonna try and recall what would happen if he moved a sphere of annihilation into another sphere of annihilation.
Let's find out. Roll your Arcana check. Let's see if you know.
I don't know if it actually said in here. Emma would have said if it did say in here.
It didn't say, which is fun.
Yeah.
So with the
So
20, I think we'll just go ahead and allow you to know that it would actually double the size of the largest one.
But would that have any impact on this ritual? Does it look like the ones that have been disrupted have been disrupted?
For example, if we were to double the ones that are currently around you, if you are fully engulfed by one of them, you are annihilated.
Okay, Tesdinide is going to scamper over here.
Move your full movement, dude. You want to try and stay away from them.
Yeah, I can actually move another 5 feet. Good call. And he is going to, and it's within 60 feet or 30 feet for controlling one.
I believe, let me double check, within 60 feet of an uncontrolled sphere or within 60 feet of a controlled one, you can attempt to contest it.
Okay, well, I don't like whatever ritual he's got going on, so I would like to try to take a hold of this sphere.
Okay, very well. So it's a contested Arcana check. And his Arcana for this one. Oh, wow, 29. He got a 35.
Crit versus crit.
Wow.
Actually, he rolled an intelligence save, not Arcana.
Oh, I'm sorry,
It's
you're
the same
correct.
for him.
Sorry, here's the
I think it's the
Arcana.
same roll for him.
No, it's not.
No.
No, it's even better.
Yeah. He's pushing aimer numbers right there. Impressed.
Was worth a try.
Unfortunately, testing today, you were unable to wrest it from his grasp.
That's fine. Regains 19 temp HP and done.
Breezy's
Okay.
gonna have an Arcana check that high someday.
And
So,
he
yeah,
will
that's
go ahead
impressive.
and use his first legendary action to smash one orb into the other, causing it to expand to double its size. It is now capable of annihilating someone.
So failed save equal insta-death?
Yes, you are turned to dust. Just double checking. Yep. So, it's a dexterity saving throws of a DC 13 if it bumps into you. Just heads up, guys.
Too
All right.
far away from me. Try to steal that back.
Brennan.
Yeah, let's see.
I've
All
been
right.
nervous about this fight for about 4 weeks.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, I would be. I am nervous about it.
Echo, you can fly, right?
Yeah, he can fly. I have
Yeah.
a feeling the orbs can fly, but
Well, they
yeah,
can
he
fly, but yeah, you can. I mean, just grouping. It's-
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
I
it'd
mean,
be
there's got to
great.
be a way to. There's got to be a way to destroy them. I don't know if it's damage or what, but there's got to be a way to get rid of them.
It'd be great if we could figure out a way to put him into it somehow.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Figure him.
Yeah.
But
But that's not what Brennan
But we
does.
can't get control of any of them. I mean, he's.
I mean, it just depends. One of us rolling really good and him rolling really bad. You know, like,
Yeah. If it's an Arcana check, you've got the best chance.
oh,
All right, so okay, here's my question for this.
Yes, sir.
And Eric, our psychic link should work through
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
the deafening, right? Yeah.
yeah.
So how would this work, Eric? I'm gonna throw this out. I want to see what you say
Sure.
because I don't technically I don't think I'm supposed to be able to see him, right?
Correct. You cannot see him, but you do have someone next to him, so any attacks against him currently would be a straight roll.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna argue I'm just gonna shoot in the same spot I did before as a
Yes, sir.
sharpshooter, but okay.
Yeah.
So we'll just do straight rolls. That's fine.
and you could be.
Yeah. Realistically, it doesn't make sense, but rules, that's the way it's written.
That's the way it's written. If we want to make
It's
it
just
sound
because
better for the
Brennan,
team.
or we could just say that Brennan's just that badass, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, it's pretty.
He's
is
gonna
pretty
shoot
badass.
blindly, blindly to where he hit before, and hope that the individual is still there. I'll say that.
Or Sweetheart's Rose senses the arrow coming through the air and just holds him up.
Yeah, she's their key to bend the arrow. All right, so we'll do straight rolls, and okay, and I guess I'm not going to get any bonuses, so I'll use another flame arrow.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you know what? Actually, Eric, I wanted to do this too because I was
Sure.
reading it. Let me see. I think. Tell me what you think here. So
Okay.
it sounds the way I think I've been doing it wrong. I believe that the spell ends on the weapon when it strikes the person, but that by touching the quiver you get 12 goes at it. Does that sound right?
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I've done it.
Everything in the quiver is currently ignited.
Yeah. So, and that's okay because before I missed him anyway. So I'm gonna keep marking it off. Okay, so I don't
Very
need to
well.
cast it again. All right. Okay, let's see what happens here. That was the wrong. Sorry, wrong one.
Okay. Wrong bow. Wrong bow.
Yeah.
A
Okay,
29. Damn, that does hit him. That's gonna.
All
hurt.
right. So I'll do the arrow, the regular
Yes, sir.
arrow, and then 6 for fire. So still have that
Okay.
going. And then let me get over to.
You're at 34 damage. So, yeah, 34 because you do have an ally next to him. So sneak attack does apply. So 34 so far. And his con save will be a 14 because the arrow slaying thing is not a magical effect or a spell. So that is just extra damage there. So it's going to be 34 plus 23 should be 57.
Okay. That was a really bad
Ow.
roll.
You say that.
Okay.
57 damage is huge.
And we're just gonna repeat
Okay.
because that's why we got these things. So let's see. Ooh.
A critical strike.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
with the oath bow.
Oh wait, he hasn't. Has he done the oath? Has he said?
Yeah.
he
okay.
did.
Yeah, he did.
Yep, he did.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. So let me
Mhm.
roll.
I live
He
for
did
this.
before the Dark Star.
That's this, and then the fire. We roll that,
Damn.
and then
Brendan goes for like 3 months, and it's like, yeah, I just hit it. And he's like, oh, that's the boss. We're gonna crit strike that guy with the oath bow. God,
an
and
arrow
an arrow
slang.
slaying.
With an arrow
Yeah,
slang.
yeah,
all right.
Like, hi, Eric. Remember me?
yeah. I remember Brendan. Okay, so, and this is a straight roll. This isn't with advantage or elven accuracy or any of that jazz. So, that is going to be 13 plus 2 is 15. 15 plus 18 is 33. 33 plus 18, because he rolled max on that. 33 plus 18 is 41. 41 plus 15 is 56. 56 plus 11 is 67. 67 plus 8. 67 plus 8 would be 75. So 75 base. So 75 off of him there. His Constitution saving throw against the arrow of slaying will be a 20. So he succeeds on that, reducing it from 96 to 48.
Okay.
All right. Damn. Okay. Thanks. That's not good. All right, sure.
And then Brennan
so-
is to move out of line of sight again.
That was 76 plus, or 71 plus 46, so 107?
Not bad for a guy that takes half damage all the time.
Damn.
Eeyore.
All right,
Yeah.
so, damn. I'm going to use the remaining, yeah, I'm going to use the remaining, legendary actions, and we're going to disrupt life on everyone within 20 feet of Doldrin Shadow Scar.
What?
So the spell-like ability means that I need each of you to roll a Constitution saving throw of a DC 20 or suffer 33 necrotic damage.
Ooh.
And Aimer and Ricard are currently vulnerable.
Yeah, take 66 necrotic damage. That hurts.
And Aimer, you've been granted inspiration by Rice Hunter TTV.
Thanks, Rice Hunter.
Yeah, that's main Rose's con save.
Okay.
I think she passes. And
Yep,
then
and
this
it's half damage on a failed one.
and
Or,
sh-
successful, yeah.
and Shadow Rose has the ring of resistance on, so it's actually +1 from whatever I'm rolling with this.
Okay.
The Shadow Rose will spend a key point to re-roll that,
Sure.
which I will mark down. So this is
Okay.
again. Shadow Rose fails. She takes the full damage.
All right. So 33 damage.
Oof.
All right.
Shadow Rose is hurting.
Ricard is currently vulnerable to necrotic damage because of the curse, and so will suffer 66 damage.
82 minus 33.
Yeah, life's pain.
Shadow Rose. Oof, that was a big oof. So Shadow Rose is down to 49 because I actually have to do math and I can't just take it automatically on
You
D&D
can actually
Beyond.
click on the little red circle and do minus in the number. It does the math.
Minus 33.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's 49. So let me just 49. Enter. Stop it. There we go.
Okay.
And then
Got it.
Rose took half of 33, so that's 16.
Yes, sir. And Aimer, did you want to use your inspiration or not?
Oh,
No? Okay. Then Aimer, you will suffer 66 necrotic damage.
yeah, I already took the damage.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. So that was at the end of Brennan's turn. I used 2 legendary actions to do that. Aimer, be gentle.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to do this point. I can't afford to lose more HP right now. I'm gonna green flame blade.
Okay.
I can't thunderdome it because
And
yeah. But
he's going to use his reaction to shield.
I'm gonna use my reaction to Mage Slayer him.
That's why he didn't want to use his reaction to shield.
Yep.
Yes,
Yes.
sirree.
All right. Can you interrupt the shield?
We're gonna find out.
All right. You'll hit him.
27. So he needs to pass a 50 damage. So he needs to make a DC 25.
He could do that.
Oh yeah, he can.
All right.
He's
So
a tough boy.
Con save. 25.
All right. Well, he does shield. So my second attack, my first attack misses, but the second attack still hit him.
Yep.
And his reaction.
Got it.
Then I
Okay.
still have haste.
Yes,
So I'm gonna hit him again. What's his AC? 26.
26.
Oh, I have bless. So give me a moment, because I have potion of heroism, and so I will make this because I can only roll minimum 2. So he will also take another 22 points of damage.
Okay.
But wait, Eric, there's more.
more.
Oh, because you have bless. Got it.
Yeah, I have bless, but that's not why there's more. There's more because I have Action Surge. So I will green flame blade him again.
All right. This hurts so much. Oh, are you able to do green flame blade?
It's Action Surge. I can take all my actions again.
But
Well, in the
it
dark
requires
side.
a verbal component.
Yeah, it's not verbal. It's semantic and material.
Semantic. Okay, never mind then. You're good.
Yep. So what did I roll there? I rolled a 26, which will hit him on the money, minus 16 from that. So it'll be 59 points of damage.
59.
And just reference a semantic component.
sorry,
would be
no,
arguing that it's actually a somatic component.
Yeah.
I don't have sneak attack on there, so it's 23 plus 8, so it's 31.
Okay.
It's technically still my turn. I don't get my sneak attack again. I don't think.
No.
Um,
And Brennan is supposed to get inspiration from Tech Viking. Sorry, lots of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And it was Brennan gets inspiration because Archer's FTW.
Nice. Put some sweet moves on next one.
Yeah. I don't think there's going to be a next one, Brennan. All right, Aimer. Anything else you'd like to do?
well, I made 3 attacks and
I can
burned his
mark off
reaction,
the key.
and
There we go, 14.
I think I'm good.
You think you're good? All right. Miss Rose.
All right. Both her and her clone are going to flurry of blows.
Okay.
So here we go. So this is with Star Shatterer, just to see if I can get that lucky crit, which would be great. No. There we go.
Okay.
And
Unfortunately,
then-
you miss.
Oh, I did miss. Okay. And then there's Star Shatterer again.
Yeah.
Like that one. Ooh,
Oh,
there
no.
we go.
There's the crit.
23 damage, and now he's vulnerable to slashing
And piercing.
and piercing. But I don't.
Brennan.
I'm a slashing person, so now I guess I should do the unarmed strikes for the main rows, technically. So here's the unarmed.
Okay. That will hit. All right. So minus another 28 damage. Okay.
And then this is normal Shadow Rose. Shadow Rose does not have true sight or blind sight. She just has normal dark vision, so she is just rolling straight rolls.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, I think that misses.
26 right
23
now.
does miss. Yep.
I couldn't break the shield, unfortunately.
That misses too.
Yep.
And then here's the unarmed strike. I think that hits.
It does.
But it doesn't get vulnerable because it's bludgeoning. And then
Okay.
here's the last unarmed strike.
He has 10 hit points.
Oh, this might do it. Ooh,
All right.
it does.
So what does it look like to those who can see in the darkness when Shadow Rose does this?
So basically,
Both
her two shadows, or the shadows, split on either side of him, flanking him, and they start moving in synchronicity as they're both doing these attacks from both sides. Just the exact same thing from both sides. He can't block all of them. Like, he's able to parry some or dodge some, but yeah, it's 8 attacks from both sides. And yeah, she's just slashing him, and finally the shadow gets one last open palm strike to his chest, and presumably stops his heart. I don't know if he has one.
He does. And he will clutch at his chest and fall down on the floor. Anything else you'd like to do, Sweet August Rose?
No. She's just gonna warn Echo, watch the skeleton.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm watching. I'm watching everything.
So,
Yeah,
after
that's
Sweet
it for
August
her.
Rose, we go to Ricard von Karth.
I don't think I can see shit in here, so I think I'm just gonna attack the dead body 3 times.
Okay.
He doesn't know.
Very well.
That's what you do, man. Throw some bagels on him.
Good call.
I mean, yeah, that doesn't hurt in this situation.
Awesome. You pummel the dead body all 3 times.
Yeah, make sure he doesn't get any death saving throws.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. What would Cicilado do since she can't see or hear anything that's going on in there?
She's gonna cast Dispel Magic on the orb up here. Let's see if it's
Okay.
affected.
Cool. I need her to roll, I believe, for Cicilado. It is a
Charisma.
Charisma, yes. Charisma check, and it is a DC 25.
Ooh, crap. Okay. So she can make that one.
She did not dispel it.
Did not. Okay. I think that's it. She's
Okay.
gonna. Yeah. I think that's it. She has some plans, but she can't see yet, so
Right.
she's gonna just move to here.
Cool. Echo,
Okay.
what would you like to do?
Echo. Yeah, Echo's gonna hit this thing with a crown of stars to see if the radiant damage does anything to it.
The orb?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know what its AC is, but
Cool. It does not have AC. Your radiant bolt goes into the sphere of annihilation and is removed from existence.
yeah, that's what I thought. That's no good.
The black hole has eaten a star.
Yeah. And I'm gonna move to here. And I'm done.
Okay. At the start of what would be his turn, he automatically suffers damage and is reduced to dust along with everything he's carrying.
No. If it's magical,
Uh-huh.
it stays. Everything except for what's magical.
Oh, everything except for the magical. You're right. Check that out. That's awesome.
I'm good because I'm gonna need that amulet to fix this.
So he needs an amulet and a
Yes.
staff.
Yeah, I was worried about. all this
Yeah.
I'm about to say,
You're good.
I need that the amulet.
All right.
As soon as somebody tells me he's dead, I'm going to drop the darkness.
All right. Cool. So darkness ends. And we
Well-
can go ahead and exit the initiative because that doesn't matter at the moment.
I'm
Yeah,
worried
he's-
about the orbs.
He's not really dead. If he
Yeah.
probably has a resurrection and contingency backup, but we can
Oh,
worry
good.
about wherever he respawned later. Yeah, Rose just looks at the dragon. Is it like still moving?
Yes. The lungs and neck are moving around.
like, are there like spectral organs filling it or anything like that, or
Not at the moment. No.
moment? Okay. Rose is just looking
Mr.
around.
Day,
Yeah, go ahead.
have you got something to help Aimer? I think Aimer and Ricard are both cursed. I don't have remove curse on Cecilia.
Well, I can restore your temper HP,
Yeah.
It's not.
but I did not prepare remove curse or greater restoration. Let me double check. No, I'm not seeing.
Well, I can revivify them. I mean, Cecilia can revivify them. Okay.
I'd rather you not.
I know. There's nothing we can.
Aimer will, in characterly, will avoid death very, very, very highly currently.
Yeah.
Him and MKL are cool and all, but like his frequent flyer card only has so many more punches available. You know, like probably 2 tops. Tops.
So the amulet lets him control these things. Is that right?
Yes.
We don't
Further,
know.
but it should be pretty easy to move them now that he's not contesting it.
Aimer is going to grab. I'm going to see which item. Like Aimer doesn't know what any of them do. So I'm going to roll 1 die 2, 1 for the amulet, 1 for the staff, try to figure out what they do.
Sure.
So he'll pick up the staff.
You pick up the staff.
Yes.
Awesome. Let me double check here. Double checking because I want to make sure that we got this right. Okay. Awesome. So you pick up the staff. I want to make sure that nothing bad happens to you at the moment.
At the moment, it's always fair.
Yeah, you're good at the moment.
And I will cast
Yeah, at the moment.
Identify on it.
You're going to cast Identify on it. Okay.
Cast Identify.
I have 0 spell slot and 0 points.
That's my.
So-
that was my last person.
I saved the 9th level and 7th, and then I had a 2nd level I could use for the silvery barbs.
So are we out of
I'm just out of
initiative?
everything.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Testadini will move over and get the party. So as his Twilight Sanctuary runs out, everyone is reset to 23 temp HP.
Thank you, sir.
I believe that's the correct one. Yeah, that's the correct one.
Who's got the best
Now, if
chance
we
of
need-
controlling one of these? Because my intelligence. Well, maybe I can help.
Well,
Aimer's figuring out how Daldrin did it right now. So
Yeah. Rose just sits on top of this rock and just, just says, "It's your show, Echo. What do we
As
do
you
now?"
touch that rock, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw of a DC 23.
Oh, cool. Nope.
All right, so you are going to suffer 12d12 lightning damage.
It's okay.
Jesus.
That's fine.
So we learned something.
You will suffer 67 lightning damage.
Ouch. Yeah, she goes presumably like flying.
Yeah.
On, not Dex.
Con, yep.
Yeah, Con.
She didn't dodge anything. She literally sat on it. And when you touch something that has it, it's a Constitution saving throw.
She just looks at the orbs and just say, "Okay. Well, anyways, Echo, it's your show. What do we do
Yeah, I
now?"
have
I'm
better idea what's going on.
I'm
Yeah,
figuring
let's let
out-
Aimer.
Aimer goes, this staff, while cool, is not helping us, and probably should be safely put with like Judith or something.
Oh, is it evil staff? Is it that
It's-
bad?
It's cool in the sense it gives you a bunch of bonuses, but if you try to use it, there's an evil dead archmage that's life force is imprisoned in it. And only Daldrin can use it without the life force and the staff trying to take over your body and, using you for nefarious needs.
If only we had like a large sphere that could properly dispose of such a thing.
I'd rather sell it to Judith. It's worth money.
I'd rather not. I mean, let's face it. If that thing is kept in the world, eventually it's going to bring harm.
Well, that's a problem for later me.
So what we found out in the past,
We're not lawful good.
what we have found out in the past is that Judith will destroy items, and then she'll pay us to bring them to her so she can destroy it.
Yeah.
So I mean, we could destroy it, or we could get paid to let her destroy it.
Yeah.
I'd rather
As
get
you
paid to
wish.
try.
Yeah, you don't worry. You'll meet Judith. She's trustworthy. We'll introduce you. You'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And if I try to screw her over, she'll eat me. So it's it'll be okay there. Amer will pick up the amulet,
Okay.
and I already used that. I just only have Arcana to try to figure out what this is.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to figure it out what it is.
Sure.
While he's doing that, can I try to control this one here?
Yes.
25.
What do I need to roll?
Intelligence. Arcana check. So Amer. There you go, Amer.
So Echo, we've got the bones. How are you planning on getting them out of here?
Well, yeah, I don't know if we're going to leave with them or what we're going to do. Let's get the orbs taken care of first, because
I
they're
think
charging him up or doing something to the bones.
I
So
think
let's-
they're holding him down.
They could be putting
Yeah.
life into him from the runes too.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
there's-
think you guys should
there's no-
examine the ruins and figure out exactly what kind of magic is happening here.
All right. Next on my Arcana spell list here.
What'd you find? So what'd you find out about them? Oh, the amulet.
Amulet requires attunement, allows me to control up to 30 Arcana on the figuring out what the runes on the corpse are.
A
Oh.
30. The runes
Yes.
that are currently on the corpse are runes of undeath.
Great. So, are they
Would
like?
would a dispel magic be sufficient to purge them?
I gotta figure out: are these carved in? Are these magically like painted on? How are they inscribed onto the bones?
As you look at the lightning is currently etching them in there and pinning the dragon down.
Okay, Amer's like, well, guys, we got to get these orbs off.
Yep.
We might have to beat the dragon afterwards, but the orbs are what's putting the magic into the runes, and it's actually like they're shackling the dragon down so the runes can go. So I will attempt to control this orb, Eric.
Which one?
This one right here.
Okay. What would you like to do with this orb?
I'm gonna move it away.
Okay.
I'm gonna move it. I can move it 20 feet because I have a +4.
Can you just spell
modifier.
it all together? Can you get rid of it?
Would my Arcana say there's so many runes on here? I don't know if a single use of the spell magic would work.
No. If you could get rid of the orb, if you can control the orb, is one of the control functions go away?
No, it's not. It's it exists.
But we can, as long as we keep checking, eventually we'll get control of these things, and we just drag them around.
Yes, but you gotta remember the dragon's already coming to life, or unlife. Depends how you look
No,
at
I'm
it.
talking about when we leave here, so we get to take these with us.
Theoretically speaking, I mean, yeah.
You want a black hole following you around all the time? Because
I'd love to hit things with a black hole.
I mean,
you can't,
didn't
really,
do much
you can't
damage.
really store it or anything like that. It does melt things though, so like
But you can't
You
make
know.
it go away, and they're permanent. Okay.
they are permanent. Yes,
Uh,
as far as I know.
before they start moving the restraining bolts, Rose is going to take Star Shatter and try to scratch the
Yeah,
runes.
I'd say, how are the runes in there, Eric?
They
Oh,
are
that's-
etched into the bones.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she's just going to start etching like scratch marks through them, messing them up, and see if that does anything.
Okay. Unfortunately, it does not.
All right, Aimer's gonna move this sphere
Um,
20 feet down.
All right.
Yeah, I think that Cecilia is going to dispel magic on these rooms.
All right. So 20 feet down to there. That causes this lightning here to stop functioning. And the back just above the hips begins arching.
Seeing that, Aimer is going to run over to Echo and hand Echo a scroll of dispel magic.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
So
Cecilia's
Cecilia's going
gonna-
to attempt it. Awesome.
Yeah, she's going to attempt it.
Okay. Let's go ahead and see what she's got.
Or you can give that test to today as well if he can.
So
Yeah.
a 19 removes some of the runes, and then they reappear.
Where did she cast it at? Like what part of the body?
What part
Yeah,
of the body
like right
does she
here.
want?
Maybe
here?
maybe the lightning has to all go away before we can dispel any of this. You know what I mean? So maybe the lightning is refreshing the rooms. So once the lightning's all gone, the orbs are nullified basically, then maybe we can start dispelling.
Well, hopefully, maybe Aimer will move this orb down as well. This one right here.
All right. That'll
Well,
gets moved
before
down as well.
before we do that, like, this is his work area. Is there any notes or anything like that? Like, Rose is
Yeah.
going to start looking through all these desks, seeing if there's any helpful instructions or notes that Doldrin was taking or anything like that.
Maybe I
Poke it
feel
with a
like
stick first to make sure it's not electrified.
yeah.
So-
Here's my worry here with that is that these are constantly etching more runes. The longer these stay on there, the more likely this dragon is to come up with more power.
So, right now, Aimer, you have
Yeah.
2 orbs that are still arcing electricity across just the left back foot.
Yes.
As Sweet August Rose checks for papers and notes, Sweet August Rose, you can find a whole bunch of recent burnt paper. He knew you were coming,
Motherfucker.
and he burned all of it.
Okay.
Hold on.
You guys wouldn't be able to restore all these notes.
What about mending? Let's cast mending on the. Cecilia's going to cast mending on the papers.
Okay? You're going to cast mending on the papers, and she has mending? Awesome.
She does. Yeah.
Cool. So,
Remember, she
they
had to
stitch
mend the
back
boat and we
together.
put a big hole in it.
Yeah, the papers stitched back together. The ashes form a piece of paper.
Is the ink still there, or is it?
It's the ink's gone. You can't restore the writing on it.
Yeah.
Restore the piece of paper. Patch it
it was worth a
together
shot.
again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brendan just yells, "And you want me to shoot the lightning thing?"
Hell, yeah. Why not?
I'm just concerned we're making Vagradan 2.0 if we release that last orb.
Well, it
You
seems that
think-
the dispel magic was able to remove the runes. So upon your removal of the last shackle, I shall expend the mightiest of my magics to purge this befoulment.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm just concerned, like, as soon as that orb goes away, flesh is going to cover him, and we're not going to be able to dispel the runes.
Easy
Yeah, I don't-
solution: place your blades in such a place where if the flesh were to grow, it would be destroyed.
I think he was trying to bring him back to life so he could control him and Baggerdan. And we were interrupting that process. So we need to reverse the process. And the lightning has something to do with that. The
Yeah,
lightning
it's
and
also-
the ruins.
Yeah, this also might be a Bride of Frankenstein situation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But we got to do something. We can't get rid of the ruins, so let's get rid of what we can get rid of.
Is anything
We're
happening
just-
with you touching the body or anything like that? Because you're
Oh, the
his-
whole thing's undulating. It's ready to stand up.
like Echo, like, I don't know, stand on its head or something. Maybe you can take control of it.
Well, it doesn't have a head. The
Well,
head,
yeah,
remember, the head is actually.
Yeah, no, yeah. Put you become its head. And you are the soul of. I mean, you have his heart, eyes, soul and
That's the
horn.
way this works.
Yeah. Echo becomes the leader of the League of Assassins, becoming the head of the dragon.
Yeah.
No, that,
Hammer, get
So
rid of
it's
that
here.
last orb, and let's just deal with it a piece at a time.
Okay.
This is what we
How-
got.
How do we?
You just move it.
Move it.
Don't
Hammer's been
touch
able
it.
to move them.
Aimer is going to move it with his mind. Don't touch it.
Okay, so I'm
Aimer?
going back over here.
Oh, while they're doing that, I am going to chuck a potion real fast.
Okay. Did we lose Aimer?
He's on mute.
Oh, Aimer's muted. We cannot hear him.
You can roll a 1 and get a 37. That's not. Oh, I see.
It sounds right though.
It does sound right. He's taking a potion.
Yeah, I rolled a lot of ones on that potion roll, but whatever. Oh, let me mark that off my belt. That's deleted.
Okay.
Oh, weeded. Okay.
Cecilia's going to cast. I mean, she doesn't have much time here. So I'm kind of hoping that Aimer gets rid of that orb.
Oh yeah.
Cecilia's going to cast Cure Light Wounds.
Okay.
Right here, 30 feet.
Sure.
Pull it up.
Yeah, something else is gonna happen. That battle is kind of quick.
Mass. I'm sorry. Mass Cure Wound. I'm not familiar with Cecilia Cato. She's
Okay.
built completely different.
You know
Oh,
what?
yeah.
You
So,
know, I
Aimer, you
have a
back?
theory. I'm gonna move my the shadow clone is gonna be standing in its rib cage about where its heart would be, just in case.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
No. Stop that.
Hmm?
Bring your sword out of there. Let's go through the process. And if we have to kill a dragon, we'll kill a dragon. But for all we know, it's going to come back as Amarazi when all the lightning's gone. I mean, we don't know how this is. We don't know how this thing works.
If you say so.
I don't know that we want to kill what comes out of Amarazi's body. I mean, he was a good dragon. Everybody gets everybody here. The Shadow, Rose, Sedinidae. I was trying to get.
The shadow can't heal. So
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Testudinity and Sweet August Rose can recover the 11 hit points.
Yeah, Ricardo. Yeah, Ricardo and.
I apologize for the brief wait.
Okay.
There you go.
Aimer,
Sorry,
would you
I
like
had
to
to-
move the orb or not?
I did not hear what the note said.
it didn't say anything. The notes were
Yeah.
destroyed.
Okay, we weren't able to mend them.
No.
Yeah.
Well, we did, but
Turned them
the
into
ink
paper.
didn't come back with them. Yeah.
Well, Aimer would move the orb because that's an Aimer thing to do.
All right, where are we moving it? And which one?
Moving this orb
Yes, sir.
to there.
Awesome. It goes to there. As it does so, the lightning crackles and the body of this entity rises and shakes, and a head forms on its neck in the center of the room. And I need you guys to please target your tokens, and we're going to roll for initiative.
It's a Traco-lich.
I'm guessing all the runes already had gotten inscribed.
There's one action that has to happen before we actually perform this combat, because Testudinity said he was going to dispel magic using the maximum power that he had at his disposal the moment that the orb moved. Was that correct?
Indeed.
Is that still what you would like to do?
Yes.
Very well. What is the maximum spell level that you have?
A 9th level spell.
The 9th level spell causes this thing to crumble. The moment that it attempts to
let
form.
me do the spell.
Sure.
So Tessitidine reaches out and grasps roughly at one of the runes and says,
The foul ritual of spark and rot, born from darkness and aberrant thoughts. By the will of the moon, I banish this rune. In the name of our crusade, justly fought.
What was that?
Voice bot. Great.
total being overly dramatic.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
And
thought it was a reference.
As
Nah.
as the Dracolich forms, the runes are dispelled off of it instantly, causing it to crumble back into a pile of bones with a head on it. You can exit initiative.
How did the head get here? Is that the same head from Ivrix?
It
Wow.
is not.
Okay.
It is a vastly different head with multiple horns. But one is missing.
Is it the one Echo has?
Sure looked like it.
Yeah.
Well, you can't have
Might
mine.
just fit.
I love my horn.
Well, I mean, you want to restore the
Oh.
body, right?
Yeah, let me check something here.
Yeah, Tessitidine just
That
falls
does-
down on his ass after having cast that spell. His holy symbol burning so much you can see his clothes starting to singe where it rests against them.
So first,
Yeah.
Echo kind of looks over at Rose and like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I mean, I thought that was the thing to do.
Right.
It turned out."
Well, I'm glad we had the cleric here to make sure this thing didn't rise.
Yeah.
Apparently, that whatever artifact sent Tessitidine here knew what it was talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a big...
Yeah, we should talk about that once we're safe. But
Let's look at the horn real quick
Yep.
because this. Yeah, this is the horn of Amarazi. Carved with runes already. You can use it to summon Cecilia. So
What'd you say about it just then?
it's already. Let's see. It says it's the horn of Amarazi, and it's ornate, carved with fine runes and patterns depicting thousands of heroic actions performed
Mm-hmm.
over by the
Oh.
Spirit Dragon.
was he corrupting the runes? Like, and we had to restore the runes back to things like on the horn to make it the way it's supposed to be? Rose is just speculating because she doesn't know anything about magic.
I mean, it's a good thought.
So
I am full of good thoughts. Thank you.
we won't be able to call her when we need her.
Call whom we need her.
Well, maybe we could. Y'all hear me?
Me, you
Y'all hear me?
dummy. Cecilia.
God, I wish we never called you at all.
Yes.
Yep.
How do you? So Cecilia, how do you like your new job?
It's kind of fun. As long as I can take control of Kato and get rid of his voice out of my damn head.
You were hitting on him so
Yeah,
often. I don't
almost.
think that's the last thing you want.
Not
Kato was
listening to
different.
him.
Do you have any suggestions? I think we're going to replace the horn on this dragon's bones. Do you have any suggestions? Do you think it's a good idea?
I mean, we're probably going to need a bard to do that.
Wow. I was just
I
talking
mean,
to Cecilia to see what she thought about it first.
I mean,
So you
bards are
can-
specialists.
is going to-
Horny, yes, we got it.
Yeah. Cecilia is going to abstain from making a comment because, as the Angel of Death, it's her duty to keep this thing dead.
Well, you're the one that brought it back, or at least your former self, anyway.
Yes, but now I have different duties.
Well, we're gonna miss you. Maybe we'll see you around. Come visit. But I don't think we'll get to call you when we need you anymore.
You'll need me eventually.
What, when I get
Hopefully
so
not
powerful?
too soon.
Everyone needs you eventually.
and
I,
she
I
will
guess we're gonna
fade.
Yeah, I think we'll let her fade away. All right, guys. Not necessarily putting it to a vote, but what do you guys think? I think we're going to replace the horn.
Amer says, "Do what you want. I'm looking at stuff over here." And Amer, already having gotten bored, is pilfering through all the various things along here, letting Echo do what he wants, because that's what Amer would do, is do what he wanted. So,
Rose just says, Rose looks at Echo and just says, like, I mean, this is your show. This is your prior body.
It seems that Amarazi's restoration is the will of the gods. I could offer one last surge of divine magic to facilitate it.
No, I think we this is what we came here to do. So he's going to replace the horns. I think he's going to replace them.
Well,
The
just
horn.
to be
The
sure,
horn?
is that head the right head? Because
Yeah, does it look like it's going to fit in the sockets? I mean, does
Yeah,
it look like a male
it
and a
does
female
look.
socket?
Yep.
With the shoehorn in.
well, I mean, because like, did Amorosi have that many horns? Echo, you would remember.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now rather go to a
he's
different
gonna,
one.
he's going to see if he can place it in the socket.
Then
Okay.
whose head is in the temple in Yavrix?
This is a reformed head. So as the horn is placed in, the runes begin crawling down the spine of the dragon and spreading out to the skeletal wings, down the legs, and down the tail. These runes that had been corrupted over centuries are reverting quickly, morphing into more heroic runes. However, the corpse remains still.
I think we're. Yeah, I'm gonna check its feet. Is it missing a claw?
It is.
Yeah, I think we need to get Avrig in order to fix this thing. But on the other hand, I don't want to leave this corpse here. But I mean, how are we gonna move it?
I do have an option.
I mean,
And
we have to get a warehouse or something.
Tezidinide reaches down and places his palm upon it and says, "By Anwa's might, let this great hero of justice once again walk the land." And he is going to use divine intervention.
All right. I need you to roll a D100, and I need you to roll less than a 17 or less.
Boy, my hand's just hovering over that enter button. It's like, okay, here we go.
17.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
that was divine intervention. Can't believe that.
So, as the runes light up. Gosh. Okay, so as the
Were you
runes
prepared for
light
this,
up,
Eric?
I was not prepared for this one. This is actually, I am actually prepared for this one, which is fun. Wow. Okay, I just didn't think it was going to happen this way. Very cool test you did today. We'll grant you inspiration because that's fun and a massive gamble. I love that. So, what does this look like, Tester Dinade?
I would say that,
or would you like to do it?
The room is bathed in the cool glow of moonlight that warms like the rising of the dawn as the energies soak into these heroically carved runes across the creature, the stirring of life beating within his chest as the foul lightnings that once arced this room are replaced with the gentle waves of pure light.
All right. So, as this happens, there's a tug on your chest, Echo.
Yeah, that's what I thought. See, guys, the problem is I replaced my heart with Amarazi's heart, remember? So
There's
the
a
only
tug
way
at both of your eye sockets, Echo.
the only way to reform Amarazi is to give him my heart, which would probably kill me. So okay, so Echo's going to quickly cast. Oh crap! He can't cast Jack. Hold on.
We have a scroll of true resurrection to bring you back. So
And Rose is going to. Well, we don't have any magic, so it wouldn't actually do anything because she still has one of the death ward fingers. But you would just die 6 seconds later, I think.
Yeah. So I think Echo's going to unattune from the heart.
All right. As you unattune from the heart, it leaves your body and enters the dragon's. You see it pulse. You feel 2 sharp pains in your head, Echo Rex.
Yeah, I think he would automatically unattune from those as well.
As the 2 eyes of Amaria Rosie tear themselves from your eye sockets, they fly across and embed themselves in the skull of the dragon. The runes pulse with lunar light, and the skeletal form begins to knit together with muscle and sinew. Skin begins to form, scales shimmer across the surface, shining ahead with the lunar light of Anwa's blessing and her own divine intervention. The dragon rises as Echo Rex dies.
Yeah, that was the prophecy.
it was indeed the prophecy. Echo, you got really big, buddy. Real big. Please don't eat me.
Standing before you is the great dragon Amaria Rosie.
That's going to be awkward to
Turns.
vortex warp out of here.
To look at you, Amer, looks at Sweet August Rose, Ricard, and Brennan.
Yeah, she's just gently laying down his body so it doesn't just collapse unceremoniously onto the floor.
The dragon looks down at Testudinidae and gives a sage nod. Looking down at the expended body of Echo Rex, the dragon sighs. This is never pleasant. Thank you, Tortolan. You are blessed of Anwa. What would you wish?
I came here to enact Anwa's will, and I have done so. The wishes of this mighty group was to see you restored, to see your glory and your power restored to this world, to combat the horrors that is Vagradan has unleashed. I would see your mighty power used to restore balance to this world and strike down the great foulness that currently ravages it.
The dragon's eyes narrow at the mention of Vagradan. So he lives again. Very well. I will join the fight against Vagradan as I once did. That is my destiny. Take care of your fallen warrior. His memories are fleeting in my mind, but I know that he trusted you. I know that he had the best of intentions for this world. He did what was necessary, what was fated for him. My thanks are to him and to each of you for the emotional cost that you have invested upon me. I will do my best to be worthy of the life and death of the kobold known as Echo Rex. The dragon bows his head to Echo Rex and pauses with a moment of silence that you guys are not really wanting to break, as the reverential moment and respect for a character who gave everything in order to bring good back into Toivoa. The dragon stands there over Echo Rex, thankful for this little creature's sacrifice. After a moment, the dragon sighs once again. When you return to the Endless Pinnacle, you will be welcomed. You may call it home, and I am your friend. Mourn Echo Rex. Should you try to bring him back, you have my blessings, but I cannot assist, and the effort may be more than you can handle. May Onwa watch you, Tortolan. May you succeed in your endeavors, child of flowers. May you cause the chaos you seek, and may you find revenge upon your father, for he and I are acquainted, Von Karth. Oh. And then the dragon looks at Brennan Thamior, who is holding the oath bow. Young man, I know what your father has done. Take not the sins of the father upon yourself. We will work together in time to rectify and repair the village. But I must go. I must go and see this world and what it has become. I will leave a portal here. Where would you go to recover and mourn for the little one?
Oh, that is a fair question. We could go to. I don't feel right going to the Endless Pinnacle without him. So, Nausha?
Onwa's temple. I have resources there.
I mean, we can literally. We have resources there. Where is Onwa's main temple?
Onwa's main temple. I don't think we've actually discussed that.
That's why Aimer was asking.
It's in plot
Yeah.
convenient location.
No, it's actually in Esquinica. And I will go ahead and get that ready for you guys. I didn't think we were going to go there tonight. That's really cool.
I don't know if we are. That's why Aimer's asking where it is.
Yeah, I just had to drag it from the other game that had an opportunity to go there.
What continent is that on?
That is in Indoja. Down at the
Aimer's-
bottom of the map.
Aimer's like, I don't think I've actually been there. Emery Rosie, out of curiosity, you said it's gonna be a challenge to bring back Echo. Is
It
that
will.
like in a sense that magic alone will not do it? I was hoping you could provide a little bit more detail on that.
He is expended. His purpose is fulfilled. His soul has been given to the great beyond. You can attempt to call him back. I am unsure if he will return or whether he will join the other incarnations in bliss.
So
He did
he
have
has-
a pretty happy send off. I mean, would you want to come back or would you want to go out on that kind of high note?
So yes,
But
you don't
he-
shoot this one, Brennan. He will eat you. Aimer stops and goes from it. He's like, so
Okay.
his soul is available if willing, is what you're trying to say.
That is what I am trying to say, yes.
Well, that is good to know. We can work with that. He'll have his own choice on whether to come back, but I would like to give him that choice.
It's kind of what the Speak with Dead spell is for.
One other thing I would like to say before you leave is that there's someone who calls herself your friend. I believe a dragon as much similar to yourself. I don't know what her true name is, but she enjoys apples and cinnamon, if you recall.
With that, the dragon smiles. I know this woman.
She's in Nausea. She runs a shop there. She'd be most pleased to see you again.
Thank you, young man. I will have to pay her a visit. Thank you.
All right. Well,
so do you
should we
wish to go to the Temple of Anwa as I remember it?
I say it's as good a place as any.
Yeah, Testadinidae makes a reverent bow of respect to the mighty worm, but his stoic expression is betrayed by his happily wagging stubby tail.
Okay. So, you're going to ask for a portal, and a portal will appear.
You can also ask. I can also ask MKL. He kind of likes me a little bit.
The dragon turns to look at you. Strange that the god of death would welcome one of the living. Times have changed.
He and I have a history. I've not all my choices in life have been great. and
Tolerates the living.
He helped me work through some things and become, we'll say, a better person.
Good. I must be
One
off.
could also say, also say that the god of death, like all gods, has a certain amount of work they're willing to do in a day, and I think Vagradan is putting him in an uncomfortable amount of overtime.
And when you face Vagradan, please let us know. We have the sword that slayed him before as well, and we feel it is our duty to finish that.
Understood. You will be involved.
Yeah, Rose, bends down and picks up Echo's body, and she looks at him for a moment, and then she looks up at Amorosi, and remembers the reason why, the discussion she's had with Echo over the time she's known him, and she remembers, the whole reason why she was helping him do this. She looks up at Amorosi and just says, "You say you count us as friends. How may we contact you if we ever have need of you?"
I recall that you have been to the Endless Pinnacle. You may use a sending spell, or you may send a message to the guardians there, and I will receive it, and I will listen.
She nods and just says, "Thank you."
The dragon nods. If there is nothing else, we will meet again.
Abram gives him a salute and goes, "Be safe. World's a crazy place."
I would say that the domain above this cavern, the castle and surrounding area are deeply corrupted. If you were seeking to have a bit of a warm-up for your might, it would be an excellent place to reduce to ash.
I was going to use the Spirits of Annihilation before we left and did that if he didn't, so...
I am still weak from being resurrected, but it will not stand for long. Fare thee well. The dragon snaps its mouth shut, nods one last time, and will disappear as it teleports away, leaving.
I thought he was gonna like Superman through the ceiling.
What's that doing?
Rose just sighs and looks at Amer and just says, "Well, is there anything of value here?"
Amer was pillaging through things before things turned super serious, so he has like the what was on like one of those tables, like half in his hands as he was talking, because this is Aimer.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, I don't know, I got distracted.
Well, I don't think the portal has a time limit on it, so take your time.
I rolled a 36 in my investigation earlier, so you know.
Yeah. You will find just scraps and ruined things. Dildren was quite thorough.
You didn't even leave any tools, man.
No.
Well, do you guys want to have a really fun time? Oh, don't worry. Should we have a real fun time here, guys?
Are you gonna combine all the orbs into one giant one?
And then disintegrate this entire island? Absolutely.
Well, maybe we should all be standing near the portal while you do that.
Probably a good idea. Come.
Yeah.
Aimer's throwing scraps away. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But this place needs to go, and everything it touches needs to go. And I'd probably be okay with most of the sea creatures around here needing to go. So.
Yeah, there's pterodactyls.
Yeah. Everyone come to the portal.
Ricard is just like standing there, 1,000-yard stare, mouth agape at what he just saw, and his pet bat, Montemon, is just standing on his shoulder with the same exact expression on his face. And as Brennan walks by, he kind of snaps out of it and starts walking towards the portal.
Just remember, every portal has a 38-minute time limit.
Hey, careful with that.
Aimer is going to start collecting the spheres into the center. And then he's going to get them all really close. And then as he's going to back towards the portal as well, and he's right before he steps to the portal, he's going to combine them and send them down into the island.
Okay.
Can I make a suggestion? Line them up like billiard balls, then roll one into them.
That could be pretty fun, but that'd be a lot of work for Eric, which I wasn't trying to do.
All right.
So I'm going to combine them into one giant sphere and then eat the entire castle away.
Yeah. He's not sticking around to see that. He goes through the portal.
Yeah, I think you should launch it straight up. But Rose she wants to see if it grows so big it's gonna envelop everything. She'll go into the portal, but she wants to see this place destroyed.
How many cubes is that? That's pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a hold my beer and watch this, which means you either get out your camera or you run.
30.
Yeah. I would suggest launching it straight up though into the castle, not down, because it might not be enough to destroy the foundation.
So
yeah, and please don't have it touch the ocean. We don't want to piss off every ocean druid in the world.
Yeah, I think we did that already.
Yeah, would a giant orb of annihilation in the ocean just eventually drain the ocean?
A few levels, a few feet up to sea level.
There's something else. But yeah, it will end up being 256 squares in diameter.
Oh yeah, we need to go in the portal.
I've got 2,560 feet.
Another ecological disaster.
Yeah.
Aimer will do that, and then he's in an 07 as he goes through the portal. You know what I mean? With his last mind pushing it together.
What's the one condition that portals can stay longer than 38 minutes?
If they're connected to a black hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're all jumping through that before we get eaten. Hopefully it goes away once we all step through it and we don't, blow up.
I don't know, gravitational waves, like running in slow motion away from the portal. We get away from it. It's like, what do you mean 3 years have passed?
Blow up a star, Stargate style.
So you guys will appear in the jungle.
Are you saying welcome to the jungle?
Nice.
Welcome to the jungle. I got
Are there fun and games here? Yeah,
Yes.
I'm about to say.
It's called D&D.
Oh.
You guys are standing
still remember what
in
it
a
was
human
first time I heard
jungle
that song.
with a damn bird that's being annoying.
Aimer's very used to that bird at this point.
Yeah.
Is there a city nearby? Or a building?
You can see buildings in the area, yes. Around you, there is the ruins of a temple.
This is your headquarters, buddy?
Normally I set my recalls at the gift shop. I haven't been outside in a while. I should.
You know,
Does this look?
is there a temple of Mkale here as well, by chance? In the town, city, forest?
You don't know.
That's what I'm
You've
asking
never been
today.
Yeah.
Huh?
Does Testadinde recognize the landscape?
No.
I think we might be a bit off target.
Remember, he said he was teleporting you to the Temple of Anwa that he knew.
I think we did move like what 300-400 years ago. Permitting issue.
Oh well,
Longer.
longer. Yeah, he's from like about 2,000 years ago.
The Temple of Anwa that he remembers was on a floating sky island.
Well, let's go inside, guys. And
Yeah, is this place like because I see people on like a bridge nearby? Is that us, or are there like other people like
No,
moving
you can
around?
see people walking across the bridge. Yeah.
This area is populated. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Interestingly,
Well, you know what?
Sweet August Rose, can I get a perception check from you specifically?
Sure.
Just you.
If there's
in this
people, there's
case.
taverns.
I think I passed.
Awesome. With a 36, you will recognize the dress as being Ivrixian in origin.
Where'd you say we were again?
I didn't. I said
Well, no,
you were at
I was
the Temple of
asking Tetsu.
Oh, okay.
I think we're at the old temple. I mean, still a holy place, but yeah, I think we outgrew it for logistical reasons. Sky Island, kind of hard for pilgrims to get to.
So we're not in Endosia then.
I don't think so. But you know where we are? I think we're in a place that's not on fire and not crawling with horrible monsters and foul stenches and brainworms and bloodworms and lightning and fire dragons and orbs of annihilation. I think it's time for a hot meal, a cold drink, and a soft bed.
All those things could still be here. We don't know where we are.
Yeah. Oh well, I think we do. I do know where we are.
Where?
Yeah, where are we?
Well, it's Ivrix, I think.
Okay, I take it back. There absolutely could be all of those things here then.
But I'm not sure where, because the only place we went to was the hacienda, and like is it looking at around? Is this a very populated place? Like there's lots of people around, or
There's a few. That's a decent number, and not all of the people have those Ivrixian clothes. Only a couple of them.
you know,
The
I have
foliage in the area is unfamiliar to you.
yeah. You know, I have a very excellent way I could find out where we are. Rose, you know, still carrying Echo's dead body, walks over to the nearest person and just asks them, "Excuse me, can you
Nearest
tell us where
person
we are?"
with the Ivrixian clothes or not? Just the
Just the
nearest
first person nearest, yeah.
First person. Awesome. They look at you. What language are you speaking?
She is speaking in Elvish because she kind of made a promise to herself to only speak in Elvish for the rest. You know, but anyone can understand her because tongue is son of the moon.
Awesome. So the person looks at you and is curious and will speak. Do you understand all languages?
I do.
Awesome. So the person looks at you. Welcome to Escaniska. You are lost, but you belong to the house?
I do. Yes.
Are you part of the expedition? I don't recognize you. Which house are you with?
So the house is very large and very varied. I don't think I'm part of the expedition you're talking about. I'm a member of the house from Shu.
Oh. So some of the distasteful side. I understand.
Oh, we feel the exact same way about them too.
She's saying
Really?
distasteful. Amer's picking his teeth actively, like, you know, open mouth, just kind of being distasteful.
So what are you doing here if you're not part of the expedition? Do you have authorization?
Yes, we were sent here by a very powerful being.
Indeed. Who might that be?
Don't worry about that. We were here to see if we can find a temple of Anwa.
I'm afraid that the Temple of Anwa was destroyed long ago. You're standing on the foundation here, see? And they will move some plants out of the way to show a foundation made of marble that has cracks all through it.
Should have gotten an ship.
Right. Well, is there a temple of Imkale here?
I'm afraid not. The godless people who live here don't like worshippers. Might not want to mention any gods here at all.
Oh, sounds like my kind of place.
Deviousness.
Oh, well, that's fine. I don't believe. Well, I believe in them. They exist. I just don't think they should be worshipped. But
Well, perhaps your opinion's your own.
but interesting. Okay. So this is
I didn't catch your
Escanisqua. My name is Rose.
name. My name is Srini. Nice to make your acquaintance.
It's nice to
Srini
meet you too.
Chobit.
What language
Is-
is she speaking, Eric?
I'm sorry?
What language is she speaking?
She is currently speaking in Goblin.
Is she
Yeah.
a goblin?
She is not a goblin.
Oh, well.
I thought my neighbor would understand or not, naturally.
Yeah, I don't think so.
She's literally using a language that she knows that most of the party's probably not going to know because they're not goblins, but that someone who's a member of the house would know.
Makes sense.
Rose doesn't speak goblin. But
She didn't have to, though. You
yeah,
came
yeah,
and approached her, and she thought you were
yeah.
speaking goblin.
yeah. Rose, is this person bothered by the fact I'm holding a corpse at all?
Not at all.
Okay.
It hasn't batted an eye.
Okay.
You're holding a dead kobold. Whatever you're going to do with that. That's
Yeah,
up
a
to
dead
you.
kobold with its eyes
got-
missing and its chest burst open like a xenomorph just
Yeah.
jumped out. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of run of the mill for the house.
She just looks at Srini and just asks, "Well, excuse me, because I am a foreigner here. I may not be
We
familiar
all
with
are.
any of your customs."
Oh, no, not my cousins. I've only been here for 2 weeks.
Wait, all of
The
you.
council
So,
sent us.
so what were you talking about with an expedition? I'm sorry.
Oh, there's a new council leader in the Pearl Sanctuary. You hadn't heard?
No, like I said, I'm from the West. We don't keep track of politics in the East.
Oh, well, she looks around and checks to make sure that no one's listening that shouldn't be listening, and recognizes that the rest of the party does not understand what's going on. So we're just going to keep this open secret. So all of you know what's going on as players, but your characters do not. Cool.
Rose will probably tell him after she's done with
Right.
this, but yeah.
Okay, just setting expectations. Brent's playing with his bow, pointing his arrow at targets. Awesome. So, there's a new council leader by the name of Starflower. Are you familiar with the Starflower?
No, like I said, I'm from Shu. I've only been to
Very
Ivrix
well.
once. Yeah.
To bring you up to speed, Periwinkle, Cranesbill, Iris, and Heather were sent here to form a new branch of the house here, to establish
sense.
a colony here, as we're looking to influence the heathens into the house. Because prior to our arrival, we had no influence here whatsoever. And Starflower deemed it important that we come here. So we do as the council recommends. I and several of our other council members have come here with our aides and are currently working to establish a new location.
So you don't have many resources then.
We have the resources available to us that we came with enough gold to satisfy most of the people here. But it's strange. They deal in bones and other body parts as their currency. vertebrae specifically are of more value.
Okay, dark thought, but
Yeah, I
Uh,
know. You need to come back and do that thing.
Turning back, I can win the money.
sorry, sorry, buddy. We need to in order to get back to civilization. But they'll grow back, right? Yeah, Rose just
I'd hate to
His
see
dead
what paying
bodies.
taxes looks like.
yeah.
If you're out of money.
Oh, God. Rose just nods and just says, "Well,
You've seen the movie Repo Man, right?
oh yeah,
Yeah, just bring a troll, have infinite money.
yeah."
By the way, Amer is basically nonchalantly casting a spell.
Okay,
I thought
let's
you were out of
spell you're
magic.
casting.
I'm ritually casting comprehend languages.
Okay, awesome.
It'll be 10 minutes, so this conversation will probably be over, but like he's muttering
Sure.
to himself and making hand motions and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rose looks at this woman and just says, "Okay, I understand. Well, if you're establishing a new branch, don't be afraid to adapt to the people here, and don't let the council tell you what to do. Ultimately, it's up to you to decide what happens in this area."
I'm
Or-
sorry. Excuse you?
Yeah,
Who are you to tell a council member what we should and should not tell the rest of the house?
I'm just one person with her opinion.
Understood. Your opinion is noted and dismissed.
Yeah, fair enough. Things will change, but
Excuse
That's-
me.
Mhm.
Unless you have need to report on a job well done, apparently. Is this your latest assignment?
no, I'm on sabbatical right now. This is a friend.
My condolences.
Mm-hmm. Well, all that being said, would you happen to know some place where we could get some rest?
There are
Like
several places, but most of them are less than tasteful by what you would consider civilized people.
Well,
I would not stay in the jungle. The wildlife here is terrible.
Rose just nods and says, "Well, thank you, Miss Shoblit. I appreciate the advice."
Very well.
Could you point us to one of those places? All these buildings kind of look the same.
Find the ones with the red tapestries out front. At least they'll accept you regardless of how much coin you have. The more coin, the better. And of course, by that I mean bones. Best of luck.
Well-
There's one down the street there, approximately a half a mile on the left. It is a whorehouse, and I'm sure you will be able to find employment. Good day.
Yes, have a nice life, Miss Shoblit. Rose just nods and gestures
Turns
towards
and
the
walks
others.
away.
Yeah. She just looks at them and just says, "Well, so this place is apparently kind of uncivilized.
I'm
We got
I'm gonna butt in here. Amer, you were able to finish your spell just the moment that she's like, you could probably find employment at the whorehouse.
Amer, I was picking his teeth. Did he finish that? He's like, "Can I just kill her real fast?
I'd prefer if you didn't."
Prefer or no? I need to know specifically there."
I mean, you can do what you want, but like I said, I prefer if you didn't. We have bigger fish to fry. She is a member of the house, after all.
Yeah, but she's a total bitch.
People are
I heard what
entitled
she
to
said
their.
at the end there.
Yeah, she and I have political differences, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, well, she can have political distance, but I'd drop her body into the well.
Brian's already got his arrow out. Like, what happened?
Oh, no. Let's not cause a scene yet. If anything, what we'll do is we'll manipulate the people who live here to kill her for us. So that way Rose won't get blamed.
Well, like I said,
Oh, okay.
I really don't care about some peon.
Can we at least get one good night's sleep before we start plotting the next assassination?
Well, like that's what I was about to say. There is a according to her, there is a place we can win and rest. However, these people seem to be relatively, I don't like using the word, but uncivilized by our standards.
What standards do we have?
That's a good point. We really don't. But there is a place we can rest down the road about half a mile. Look for the red tapestries.
Did she say anything? I know some areas, for instance, we go and, men are seen as second-class citizens. Is there anything like that here that would impact us, or Ricard or Sesquitenade?
As far as the only thing she mentioned is that they don't use gold as currency. They use animal parts, bones, and things like that. Hopefully, we can use some of the dragon pieces we harvested from that shadow dragon as currency. We'll see.
All right.
Well, if it's an expedition, they probably still have places that use gold.
Well, they're colonizers from Ivrix, trying to establish themselves in this area. I'll explain about the house later. It's kind of a need to know thing. Don't worry about it. It doesn't really involve us though.
All I need is a good night's rest, and then tomorrow morning I can just pop us to where we were intending to go.
Oh, you can. Oh, that was what I was worried about because Echo was the person who transported us from place to place.
I have a word of recall set to the Anwa Temple gift shop.
Okay. Well, that seems to work then. Is there anything you can do about she has the, I don't know, how much does Echo weigh?
He don't weigh anything. He's my brother.
He weighs. I think he weighs about 50 pounds, but she hefts him. Well, alternatively, we can also. She rifles through.
He weighs 54.
Yeah, she rifles through his bag and she takes out the book. Does that require attunement?
No. And it has. Let me look on how many charges it's got.
We haven't used it, and we went a week without using it, so statistically, it should be full.
I think it might be. Let's see. Yeah, it's full. It's got 3 charges.
Did he ever use a command word to use that?
No, I don't think so.
I
mean, I think it's just his familiarity. I mean, it doesn't say he used a command word. He may, and if he did, he probably would have said something in Draconic. Here's the catch with the mansion, though. He developed when you have it and you use it, you can create a space to your liking. He created a space to his liking.
Yeah.
So
well,
you could use the same, or you could have it Temple of Flowers or whatever you want.
Well, that's the thing. If she's gonna bring that up to the others. We can either use the Magnificent Mansion or we can rough it in whatever this place is.
Mansion. Well, actually, we might want to rough it just because we just caused enough of a disturbance that eyes might be looking for us, and so staying low might be good till we're restored.
Well, the Magnificent Mansion is a pocket dimension, if I remember Echo's explanation.
It's a pocket dimension. The portal to it isn't visible, but that's still to say, anyone who can see invisibility can see into it.
Yeah, but you can hide it. You can hide it behind buildings. You can hide it in places that people don't look. I think we hid it in the alley a couple of times, things like that. I think we hid it on the roof of a building one time.
Yeah, that was that was in Garden Soil. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan, and then we'll just make one that has a big freezer and chuck Echo in there.
Sorry, just a meat locker.
Yeah, it's a meat locker.
like in the garage.
Oh my goodness!
He has a big throne. You should put him on his throne.
Put the throne in the meat locker.
Yeah. Yeah. Rose will. Yeah, she'll look for a place that's kind of out of the way because using this book in the middle of the road is probably not a good idea.
You're in the middle of the ruins of a old temple that no one visits.
Oh, she walked over to the road to talk to the sheeplet.
Yeah, you could literally
Okay.
go right back into the ruins.
Yeah, she'll go back into the ruins. And yeah, she'll use the magnificent mansion.
Okay, cool. So a portal opens up as you
And
open up the book, and you guys go inside.
yeah,
You know, I will tiny hut ritual cast around the portal before going through the portal.
to make a dome just in case,
Interesting.
just to make sure no one accidentally walks into it. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
What color are you going to make it?
Bright pink.
Okay.
But you need to lay low, guys. Make it
Yeah,
bright.
unfortunately, you can't see its color from the inside.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm just teasing Tetsu.
Yeah, that's
Well,
awesome.
who sees a bright pink bubble in a ancient temple? It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go poke that.
That's exactly what
Aimer.
Aimer would do.
Yeah, a lot of people.
This entire party.
Yeah.
The portal is invisible. Remember, invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Bright pink is not invisible.
Aimer
It's
would have
okay.
literally went and kidnapped someone to dispel magic it.
Yeah.
Like,
All
find out
right.
what was inside.
So, you guys enter the portal? Yes?
Yeah. So, well, Rose is, going to remake this thing in her own image. Instead of the usual dragon lair that it looks like, it's going to look more like a monastery this time around.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to have the same amenities, probably the same general layout. She is going to, where Echo's throne is going to be, she's going to make a makeshift ice, like an ice box, like a giant one,
Okay.
to put his corpse in where his throne was. But everything else is basically the same. There's a hot spring, there's the kitchens, all the stuff that Echo liked to do.
Awesome. Cool. So, you go ahead and create your new magnificent mansion.
Right. Well, first thing she's gonna do is she's gonna put Echo on his cold throne.
He looks really weird without eyes, Rose. Can we give him like a bandana or something to wrap around there?
Yeah, just seeing him like that is rather disheartening.
Boo.
I just think it looks really funny. We need to get some glass eyes or something, make it look a little bit more real. We can totally Weekend at Bernie's this with him.
Brennan could do it with probably survival or something. He's done taxidermy. He could do this.
Oh
Yeah.
no, guys! It's only been like an hour and a half. I mean, come on.
Well, Rose is gonna reach into her bag and take out a small headband that she was using and just wrap it around his eyes. She can't really do much about the gaping chest wound though. That's a bit beyond anything she can do.
Yeah.
Testadinde will tap his staff of flowers on the ground, and up springs a sunflower. And he flicks the head of the sunflower off and just uses this big old sunflower to cover up the gaping hole.
Yeah, that
Okay.
works.
Awesome. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, she's just looking at him, looking at his body. And just says, we all knew that this was going to happen, but
Yeah, we should treat his body with the same reverence that he would treat ours. So, anyone up for making a marionette?
I'd rather not. No.
As someone who can cast resurrection, Testadinde seems that this is more a humorous temporary condition of dead.
Well, will he even come back?
Hey, and if he doesn't want to, he went out on a high note. It's kind of hard to want to come back after that kind of sacrifice.
Well, the thing is, he always believed that he had the soul of Amarazi, so... Well, except he wasn't so sure about that nowadays.
I mean, Amarazi's got a big soul. There's more than enough to go around.
Perhaps. Well, there's nothing we can do about it now.
Well, I tell you what we can do. We can go have a drink in his honor.
Sure.
Brennan's
sure.
already looking for that.
Yeah. Rose, starts gesturing towards the area where the kitchen is, or not the kitchen, the dining table is. It's all very straight, very uncomfortable wooden benches, with long wooden tables. Though she wasn't so cruel as to make it so that all the food is just water and rice. There's the normal spread that Echo usually had. I can drink to Echo.
Why can't you put normal people chairs in here?
This is it's modeled after the way it was back in my monastery.
Wait, is your monastery why you have no ass?
Brendan looks.
These chairs, they do not. They're killing mine. That's why I have to ask.
Tisadene looks at his chair and looks at his complete lack of ass as a turtle, and winds up having to turn the chair around and sit backwards to find anything resembling a comfortable position.
Now that I'm thinking about it, how does a turtle sit down?
Carefully.
Awkwardly.
Yeah, just kind of propped up.
Yeah, he needs a bench without a back seat, and he's just kind of rolling around. Well,
What was the plan? I mean, it was cool. We killed the guy, the dragon person, and that was fun. And then all stuff happened, and then Echo died. So is the plan we're gonna have the turtle bring him back to life or something?
Well, we need to
Turtle, not turtle. Do you see flippers?
I mean, we can buy you some if you'd like.
Well, we'll see. I was kind of hoping what would happen would be that Echo would gain the power of Amarosi.
I think the power of Amarosi is going to be far more potent against the giant-ass evil horrid dragon spreading filth and disease across the world than all that power condensed into a kobold.
The kobold could have turned into it. I'm not sure, but I'd like to actually ask Echo, what he wants.
Well, I tell you what, tomorrow I'll have Speak with Dead prepared, and we'll just ask him.
Okay. That sounds like a good plan, because, maybe he's satisfied. Maybe he wants to go, still has a burning rage to kill Vagardan. Maybe he just doesn't want to hang out with Cecilia.
Brennan nods.
Let's face it. When he arrived in the hereafter, he's probably getting a party.
It's hard to say. MKL is beyond my comprehension. Which, he's a god, but he seemed a little. I don't know what to say. He seemed like he wanted us to accomplish it, but it didn't seem like he was doing any more than said, "Hey, good luck," and pat us in the back. But then, I guess it'd be like that. Celia didn't really say a whole lot either.
Well, it does seem a bit premature to drink to his death if he may come back.
Well, then let's drink to his life, because I got to drink something at this point.
I can drink to that.
Out of my mouth.
Oh,
Brett doesn't need a reason to drink.
That reminds me. I forgot once we got caught up with all the dragon business. She turns to Ricard. Do you want us to return you to South Cove?
Amers would look over at him and go, "You don't want to go to South Cove."
Ricard is already sitting down and just stuffing his face full of food because he hasn't eaten since he woke up, and he kind of looks up and he's like, well, for what I understand, Amer said that what was there doesn't exist anymore. It's quite different, so I don't know if I want to go back right now."
Oh, we can settle this. Cause I didn't think about it during all the rush, but we can settle this question about where you're from or when you're from. What year is it, Rickard?
I don't know what year it is.
Oh well, what was it when that you last remember when before you were abducted?
What was the year before I was abducted, Eric?
It was the 34th year after the sky fell.
Oh.
Ricard shares that.
And what year is it now, Eric?
No longer referenced by that.
What is the year, out of curiosity, though?
Yeah, we do. Make
Depends
us a
on
calendar
who you
right
ask.
now, Eric.
In Reston, it's the 40th year of Veer Sadiq's reign.
Oh, the Nameless King, yeah. Or
Roaming King, not nameless.
roaming. I'm sorry, roaming.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Yes. He has a name. Veer Sadiq is his name.
I didn't vote for him.
No one
You
voted
don't
for
vote for a
him.
king.
We met him, didn't we?
You met
I
him
wasn't-
in the Teens of Toivoa.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was trying to remember which
this
group
group
it
hasn't
was.
met him,
Okay.
and Rose would probably have some words for him. But
of course she
that being aside, yeah. So she just kind of looks at that and just says, "Okay, well, I thought we might be using the same calendar. I suppose not." 34 years after this. So, Rickard, how old are you?
39, as far as I know.
So you were 5 years old when the sky fell?
Yeah, I mean that's what my teachers taught me.
So he's
So-
probably like
I don't really remember
2005
that
now.
well.
So you remember, that happening? Because I mean, you were a child, but
I don't remember the event itself that well, but yes, I was taught of its happening.
right. Amer, how long ago was that approximately?
When the Sky Islands fell?
Yeah.
2,000 years, give or take half the. I don't know what you call 1,000 years, but like,
Yeah.
say
Millennia.
1,500 and millennia. Say like 1,500 to 2,500 years ago. He's kind of holding his hands up and down like a scale,
Ah.
I mean, there's probably a library somewhere that has a more specific date, but I haven't found it. I didn't really look at it in Dragons when I was studying magic.
It seems that you come from long enough ago that I really hope you had at least a few gold in a bank account somewhere that gained interest.
Those banks probably don't exist anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
Ricard kind of looks down at himself and kind of pats himself. He's like, "Yeah, actually, I don't have any gold on me right now."
well, luckily all this food is free, so eat your fill.
Yes, thank you for that. And he starts stuffing in his face again. And then you see Montalban kind of like climb up to his ear and like whisper something in, and he's like, "Oh, sorry for your loss, by the way."
Yeah, he was a good friend. Now I knew this was coming, but it doesn't make it any easier.
Well, we don't know he's gone for sure yet. I mean, he
True.
might be, but I mean, you'd think that that I'd be gone by now. How many times I've hung out with MKL?
True, but you never made a grand sacrifice that was the culmination of your entire purpose of existence.
That would involve me knowing what the purpose of my existence is.
Well, it certainly isn't to fall off a cliff and get impaled by a tree.
I mean, he didn't attack that person you're talking to.
True. Yeah, he didn't attack the random member of the house. Well,
Before we go do what we want to do and go to sleep and all, where are we at? Brennan will describe it in terms of contracts. Where are we at with this? We achieved this one goal that's still unfinished with the body here. See if maybe he wants to come back to life, but we have the dragon. So where are we at with in terms of the goals from way back when I was brought on?
The dragon. Still
Well-
pretty much the dragon, I think, is the last thing of
Yeah.
we hired you
Vagradan?
for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we hired you to help us kill. She doesn't say his name.
Cervantes?
No, Mr.
Oh,
X.
The demon.
Yeah, that I don't
Yeah.
want to say his name and accidentally resummon him.
I've got some.
Mr. X, and we accomplished that. That was your original contract, Brendan. You know, we paid you for that, and ever since then, you've just kind of been hanging out with us. We haven't written an official contract for anything other than killing that one demon we killed, you know, about 2 months ago.
I mean, I've been getting arrows from you.
Well, yeah, I suppose if you count that as a payment. If that's the case, we probably, in terms of contract, killing Vagradan is what we should do. Focus on.
Brennan kind of laughs and says, we are beyond contracts, but we do have goals. So
Yes.
where are we at with our goals? You have someone as well. I still have my village, but you have
Yeah.
things to take care of as well, don't you?
Yeah, Rose pulls out the group plans top secret don't look document.
Our friends might want to know. I don't think we've ever explained any of this, or
We might want to send a message to your mother in Ardvig as well about Amaria Rosie, Brennan.
Oh,
well,
right.
here's the thing. Do we even want to discuss Amarazi's resurrection until Amarazi is ready to reveal herself?
I mean, the thing about it is Ardvig is protecting Brennan's mother, and I don't want to cause an accidental scuffle because he said he was going to go take care of it.
Well, that's the thing. I assumed we were going to have to get the claw that Arvig was made out of and then stick it on the skeleton, but then Tetsu did his magic, and apparently that wasn't necessary anymore, so maybe they both can exist now?
Yeah,
I don't know.
No. I don't want them fighting. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well,
I don't want Ardvig to see a big gold dragon, think Brennan's mother is threatened, and attack.
I mean,
I like Ardvig.
well, I like him too, but I think they're both, one, very good, and two, reasonable enough to use their words.
Well,
Then again, they are dragons, so who knows?
yes, I must say
They may just have a thing where they attack each other on sight, but
they may not realize. You know what I mean?
I mean,
So
we
I
could
think-
try to send.
I think
I don't know how-
Amarosi is powerful enough to realize that Arvig is not necessarily a threat, though he may have to return that claw back to himself. Who knows?
I think dragons are wise enough to just not suddenly show up in their full form and not expect people to panic a bit. They have access to sending magic and just can grab a commoner and say, hey, go deliver this message or else.
I'll do is in a paper crane and say, "Good news, you might be expecting a visitor."
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Something that
Well,
I
we
mean, my
don't-
mother's not going to even know what we're talking about, most likely, but something that Dragon might understand.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
so out of the objectives, so we found Amarosi's body. That's done. We figured out what Shadow Scar wants. He wants to enter the pinnacle. That's done. We still have to fix the balance of good and evil in Toivoa, i.e. fixing your father's fuck up.
Yeah, that's part of the reason that I was wanting to bring it up because that's all part of this. We're going to have to go deal with that.
And then, of course, there's my goal of killing Cervantes, but I'm still planning everything out on that. My pieces aren't in place yet, but
Because we don't need to go back to the Plaza of the Gods, I don't think. Because my plan was to use Usul's light to help correct the village, but we were told that Amaria Rosie's power could do it as well. So,
actually, that reminds me. We haven't used the orb today. I want to see before he cloaks himself in magic again. Rose is going to drink a potion of advantage,
Mm-hmm.
and then she is going to touch the orb of Kydron.
The Eye of Kydron. Yeah, I was wondering when you were going to get around to that.
Well, she's going to track down Doldrin while he's still presumably weak.
As
what I was
she
thinking.
scries on Saphira.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did that beforehand. I used it earlier today, before the
Use it tomorrow.
pterodactyl. No, I used it today during the pterodactyl fight, retroactively, because the train wreck needed help. So we have to wait until tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. All right.
Who were you gonna scry on?
Doldrin. I was hoping to see where he inevitably resurrected.
Oh, does he resurrect like that too?
Well, I mean, as powerful as he is, I would assume he has a backup plan, which is a contingency spell and a resurrection spell. Like,
You know, maybe we
Yeah.
should have went to the life insurance guy and asked him.
Or something as simple as a clone spell.
or a clone
Yep.
spell. Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Yep.
it's the life insurance guy.
Well, we can find that out tomorrow morning once the eye recharges.
So anything else you'd like to do before going to bed?
Well, she is going to just ask Tetsu and Rickard. I mean, I know you guys joined us during the middle of something that
Yeah.
was quite intensive, but if you have any questions for us, now is the time to ask them.
Oh no, I have all the questions, and the time to ask them is after I've had time to digest both what's just happened and this wonderful meal that I'm going to be scarfing down.
What is
Fair enough.
today's favorite food?
I would say prickly pear cactus.
Delicious.
Napolitos? Nice.
Totally.
He has good taste. He'd like Bourbon.
I mean, he's a tortoise.
Yeah. Yeah.
That and strawberries.
I have a
Watermelon
place literally
something.
down the street that sells prickly pear cactus jelly.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Nopalitos is
Yep.
mwah.
Delicious.
Well, we have Cervantes in my town, and this dragon. Do our Testadinidae or Ricard, do our new friends have anything that they were engaged in prior, or?
I touched the relic knowing that I would be sent where in the world I was most needed. Clearly, the relic knows what it's doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair enough. I don't think
I'm not going to question that at this point.
No. What's a roll of 2 on a D100? Yeah, I think that's where you were needed.
Oh, that and nerfing a Dracolich fight. That
Yes,
Yeah.
nerfing the Dracolich was huge too. That's pretty big.
Yeah, I don't think we could have survived that without you, Tetsu. Or you, Rickard. I'm sorry, is it Rickard or Rykard?
You're muted. We cannot hear you. I think your headset has mute on.
Yep,
We
thank
see
you.
lighting up. Yep.
Yeah, in between bites, he's like, "Oh, it's Rickard." Yeah, today's been a very intense day. I mean, the last thing I remember was drinking myself silly and passing out in my coffin, and then I woke up to this. So I definitely need some rest, but I think eventually I will try to return to Karth and reclaim whatever holdings are there for me. But I mean, Nami Arazi today said that my father's still alive, and apparently he sold me to those people. So there's a lot of stuff that I have to figure out, I think.
Well, he said he knew your father. I didn't hear him say that your father sold you.
That harlot that charmed me, she said something to that effect.
Oh, I see.
I miss that harlot.
She was beautiful. Well, until you find your place, you're welcome to stay with us, though there is a good chance you will die if you do.
Numerous times.
Maybe that'll help my name live on.
Fair enough. And in terms of claiming your inheritance or your rights, I do know a very good lawyer. His name is Bernstein. He doesn't really have a office that I know of, but if you can find him, he travels around a lot. But if you can find him, he can definitely help you reclaim.
I can find them.
Yeah, he can definitely help you reclaim his your whatever rights you may have and whatever properties are in South Cove.
Well, I may need to make some more money before then, so
His
I'll
rates
stick
are
with you guys
his
for
rates
now.
are very reasonable.
Sometimes you need a criminal lawyer, you know?
He's not a criminal lawyer.
He's sure not a legitimate lawyer.
He was very legitimate.
He
Did we
forged
sell him
the
frenzy
entire
or
set of
what?
paperwork that we used for the boat.
It wasn't forged. It was legitimate.
It was 100% forged. Amber,
No,
like, looks
no,
looks at you.
we did the forging. He filed the paperwork correctly.
And it was all illegal, which is why I like him so much.
Frenzy
I
shrugging
met,
his
I, met,
shoulders.
I met him in a shadowy back alley in a hidden room. That screams legitimate lawyer. Like,
And he did offer me to help me with the exact same thing that you're facing with Rickard. But right.
When it comes to the ethics of lawyers, you have to ask, do you want a lawyer who will only be on your side so long as they believe in you, a lawyer who will follow the tenets of the law no matter which way they swing, or the lawyer who wants to win the case?
this lawyer will do whatever you want for money. That's the lawyer I want.
And he's very skilled too. Right. Well, you know, Rickard, Tetsu, if I do thank you both greatly for the help you've given the fellowship. If there's anything we can do in return, because like I said, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have survived if the two of you hadn't helped us. Please let us know.
I'm just glad to be where I'm needed. This has been my first real adventurer, the kind that bards speak about. I'm normally sent as disaster relief where I'm needed. Would have been nice if the relic gave me a bit of a heads up, but from what we can tell, the relic has a rather sarcastic sense of humor.
Have you been to Suwa in the last few months, just out of curiosity?
Why you gotta say that, Rose? I totally didn't have any part in that.
I mean, I've been places where I've been using wall of stone to help rebuild structures and feed the hungry and whatnot.
Suwa is a Shuian port city, like a pretty major port city that had a very major ecological disaster within the last several months. Somebody, we don't know who, exploded a ship full of frenzy, which is like a combat drug. So a ship with a cargo hold full of frenzy had a bomb go off in it, and it sent a cloud of this combat drug into the city.
We're quite proud of this.
So
It says that like that.
Well, no, that was me explaining to Tetsu out of character, because he would recognize, it's a pretty distinct place that the disaster.
And it's on fire.
Yeah, he would recognize if he'd been to Suwa recently, because it's a pretty unique disaster. So, was he there?
I think one of my druid friends was sent there. He was talking about a port where everyone was going nuts and everything was on fire, and he wasn't quite coherent through the whiskey. I'm not the only one who uses the relic. Yeah, it might have been Susa.
Friends like, yeah, that was
Shua. Yeah. Okay. Well, no, it's just if you go to ecological disasters, after you're finished with us, you might want to go there. Just a heads up.
Oh no, very clearly, I'm needed with you to keep you guys out of trouble.
Oh no, absolutely. Your help has been invaluable. But I'm just suggesting, once we square, all the bad guys away, we kill Doldrin again, we kill Cervantes, we kill Vagardan, we fix Sumner's fuck up. Once we get all that done, just a suggestion. There's a lot of healing that needs to be done in that area.
I think once all of those are done, I'm finding a wife and settling down as a temple cleric.
Probably the best.
That's not a bad idea.
Probably for the best.
It's a very stressful life we lead.
Ricard speaks up and he's like, "Yeah, I mean, me and Montalban have seen more in the last 12 hours than we've seen in our entire lives. I mean, this has been quite a bit of fun, to be honest. So I'm happy to hang around for a while."
Now, we should probably get our story straight for when we tell it to the bards to edit out certain incidents.
What, like me bringing the voice of Osama back to the world?
Among others.
Yeah.
He's a war chief.
Me bringing the bomb onto the ship that exploded and blew up Suwa? Yeah, there's that one.
Well, to be fair, that that wasn't your fault. That was Cecilia's fault, and she's
Why?
dead. So
Well, I did bring the bomb onto the ship.
I helped you. Yeah, I know. I was there when we got payment for that 2,000 gold. We never completed that job. I wonder if he's mad about that.
Yeah, well, we'll find out one day.
Yeah, Testadene loudly slurps the soup that he's drinking to have plausible deniability while hearing that.
No, well, as far as bards go, we're not like certain pirates or who spread our tails everywhere. In fact, our group is pretty low key. The only one who brags a lot's him. I say as I point to Amer, and he's usually pretty vague about the things he brags about.
Oh yes, eventually this will be compiled into an epic story, but for now, what has happened should probably remain on the down low, just while Amarazi regains her strength.
Until I get Legend Lord, and then it'll all come out.
That's why you should have non-detection cast on you.
That signs up Legend Lore. The legend of me might still exist,
The divination can't target you, right?
It's the story. They won't be able to find me, but they'll know. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, you just have to kill everyone who's talking about you.
that's a lot of killing. I got things to do.
You should
I have
stop.
plans.
Right. Plans. Right. So, all right. Well,
See, this is why villains will have lots of children and all give them the same name as the villain to really mess up some scrying.
well, yeah, we actually ran into that problem, yeah, with the McCain brothers, yeah. Yeah. Now that I think about it, that was actually pretty clever. I wonder if they did that on purpose.
I'm sure they did. They're not dumb.
Yeah. Right. Well, I suppose I will add our next objective on the list is objective 6. See if we can return Echo to life. It may be possible, it may not be, but I suppose we'll find out about that tomorrow.
Seems like the possibility is more to do with the fact of whether Echo wants to come back. I have things to do, so I keep wanting to come back. Although, let me tell you, the chairs in MK's realm are much more comfortable than this.
There is no weakness in this dojo.
Yeah, there is. The weakness is my ass.
Yeah. I thought a big part of being a monk was charity. These chairs are terrible.
No. It's about discipline.
Amer reaches into his haversack and pulls out a pillow and then sits on it.
Is it the pillow from the City of the Gods? Do you still have yours?
No, I sold that.
Oh.
I made a lot of money off that pillow.
I know. It was, what was it, like one of those pearls?
I got like 10 grand for it, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's one of the pillows of that go with like the lingerie and stuff like that he took from the succubus.
Oh.
I suppose in a dojo you learn to kick ass by damaging your own.
I mean, aestheticism is a pretty major component of enlightenment, but it's not for everybody. I understand. Next time, I'll make some cushions for you.
I appreciate that.
Though it is nice to be back in the monastery again. This actually looks a lot like home.
Well, you may say it like that. Amarcus kind of pauses for a moment, and he goes silent.
Right. Well, Rose hasn't eaten anything during all this time, but she just stands up and stretches, pops her neck, and just says, well, I am going to go to the hot springs. I suggest all of you rest up. We have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, Testadene is pretty much gorging himself because, well, you can't tell, on a turtle, like if they're chubby or skinny. He clearly is greatly enjoying food after several days in that hellscape.
It was only 9 hours, I think.
Emotional days.
It was a lot of emotional days. Amer is silently drinking brandy that he also pulled out of his haversack.
Rose just gestures at the servants to give them everything they need, and then she's going to go to the hot spring, and she is going to get in and relax.
And Brennan explains to Ricard why you don't want to go in the hot springs. You lose all the musk that you can use to hide and vanish when you're hunting prey. It's like wasting good. It's like wasting good things.
No, Brennan, you should dance. You smell bad.
Well, he did before we left. Actually,
I meant in general.
Yeah, he bathed like a day ago.
You smell bad very often.
Yeah.
It's not musk. We can all smell you where you're at.
Yeah,
such a waste.
They walks past Brennan and just like gently taps him on the top of his head, and the cleansing stone set into his glove activates, and you just see a sheet of detritus just fall off it.
It's gross.
Brennan just watches it. Like, what did you do? Do you know how long that took?
Well, that's assuming he can talk after all the gunk on his teeth just fell off at once.
Ew. Yeah. No, he has perfect teeth. It's just the animal musk.
He doesn't bathe.
Such a waste.
Just picturing the sensation of like all the gunk in his belly button crawling out at once.
Yeah.
Brennan just stands up at that insult and says, "Well, that's it. I'm going to sleep," and he grabs like 3 bottles of the liquor and just walks.
Yeah, Tessa they will also go to the hot springs. He needs a good scrub. It's one thing to simply remove uncleanliness does not make one clean.
Oh yeah, no, this is good for your muscles. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Tessa has muscles. He has strength of faith.
Yeah, Rose is already there.
Anime Hot Springs episode. Go.
Oh, well, yeah, no, yeah, Rose is already there, so she'll just ask him. So, Tetsu, you worship Banwa.
Indeed. Good of you to notice.
Well, you're the first cleric I've met of Anwa, and you've never really done any adventuring. How did you get so powerful?
Oh, lots of good works. I have made extensive use of the Haven scent. Also, Anwa finds me amusing. That's the thing. It's one thing to be a dour cleric and just be like, yes, praise Anwa, here is Anwa's scripture and such. And it's another to be able to do the cute turtle shuffle before you cast a spell.
Okay. She looks at him, and he's a tortoise. She's usually used to dealing with mammals. She just says, excuse me if this is rude, but how old are you?
I am actually. Let's just say that I'm right before where you start seeing gray hairs come in on a mammal. How about that? I'm at that point where in the next year I really need to find a wife, or it's going to start getting hard.
So like, she struggles at that. So what is that, like 80?
Oh gosh, I mean, God, what year was I born? I mean, we don't really tend to track time like that. We just kind of live in the moment.
That's a wise thing to do. A lot of people can't manage to do that.
Well, I mean, why worry about something you don't have the power to change?
Exactly.
And I mean, that's what tears up a lot of people. I mean, I have a reasonable understanding of my capabilities and where I am on the spectrum. The exact numbers kind of cease to be relevant.
Yeah.
How about yourself? I mean, I can tell the really old ones and the really young ones, but the rest of y'all kind of look the same. Mammals.
I know. I have the exact same problem with humans. I know. I'm 130-ish. But it's you talk about that, and that's very wise. A lot of people can't see through the illusion of control, and I'm glad that you've been able to recognize that.
Well, I mean, part of that is just the nature that clerics have to have. We recognize that while we are instruments of destiny, we aren't necessarily controllers of destiny. There is divine wills clashing, and we are the pieces on the board, so to speak. But me, I'm an adorable piece. And he does a little tail wiggle.
Are you content with that, being a pawn of a higher power?
I mean, what's not to be content with? I know the destination of my soul. I'm able to do good works in the world. I've helped so many people. Let me tell you, while I plan to have kids of my own, I have lots of brothers and sisters, and I have like 30 nieces and nephews, and I have gotten to be the fun uncle to so many kids. I show up, I've got little trinkets from the adventures and stories, and I embellish, of course, but yeah, I've gotten to be the fun uncle for, I'd say, a generation and a half.
Well, that's good. She smiles at that and just says, you know, I appreciate the wisdom of your words. It's nice to have someone I can talk to about these things.
Well, sometimes wisdom is deep and true, and sometimes wisdom is fake it till you make it.
That is very accurate.
Well,
People
like,
don't. Oh, I was about to say. People
I
don't
was,
realize
mhm.
we're an enlightened. We're all enlightened beings. That's the big secret. It's just realizing how you are one.
Well, also, just don't overthink it. I mean, okay, so we've got a puzzle for young clerics that are going through the process of becoming initiates, and they go into the room, and there's a door, and it says only the mightiest minds can open this door, and you've got a whole bunch of keys in different colors and shapes on one side, and a whole bunch of labeled keyholes on the other, and a riddle that's about a page long on the door.
Mm-hmm.
The door's not locked.
Yeah, I was about to say, why don't they try opening it?
Because they overthink it, and overthinking it is kind of the antithesis of faith.
Interesting.
But I must ask, how about yourself? Any siblings, children of your own?
Not anymore. I have my sword. She reaches into her shadow and pulls out the staff, and gestures at the sword the shadow was using. My brother's soul is trapped in this sword.
Ah, I mean, that's quite a project to remove. I mean, oof, when souls get mixed with objects, that is outside my my
Uh,
wheelhouse.
well, it's an elf blade. It happens to the wielders. If I die,
Ah,
there's a good chance my soul will go in there as well. Though I'm the last of my line, so it makes me wonder what's going to happen to it.
seems like you need to go have some offspring.
Oh God, not you too. No, he's been saying that as well. I
Oh,
don't
maybe
have
he's
the
right.
I don't have the time. Maybe in a couple centuries.
Well, then maybe you want to get a clone spell cast on you, then protect your soul.
Uh, maybe. Well, without Echo, that's going to be a lot more difficult now.
That's a shame the other side not to join us in the hot springs. I mean, good waters feel good, especially when there's no sharks.
Oh well, Brennan is probably getting drunk, and I don't know what Rickard or Amer are up to.
I do worry that we have collectively left Amer unsupervised.
Can't really do a whole lot in this 'cause it's a make-believe house, basically. So it's one of the few places technically to leave him unsupervised.
Yeah, it's a magnificent mansion. He could smash everything he wants. Who cares?
Yeah. Speaking of that, you hear Brendan practicing sweet moves.
There's really neat, there's a whole training room in here, so like he can start practicing sweet moves and like try to do it like without making noise, like without the floor squeaking.
If he wanders over there, he's in the right behind to planning.
Meanwhile, President Indigo goes back to sweet moves and find a dance studio.
Oh yeah, just I bet he can do that really cool break dance where you spin around really easily.
Yeah. The spinning is easy. Stopping spinning without vomiting, that's the hard part.
All right, but if there's nothing else to discuss, I suppose we can take a long rest.
Hmm?
If no one else wants to do anything.
Well, I do know a few nice elves. Let me know if you want me to try and hook you up with any of them.
I have exceedingly high standards. Sometimes I think I have them too high for my own good.
Well, I know some exceedingly high elves. Most of them are druid or rangers.
Yeah, that's why they're high.
That that may not be in the cards for me. I have plans. We'll see.
Well, let's just say that I have ways of stacking the deck, so to speak. And hey, if you're ever having trouble finding someone, readily available in most cities, you can find potions of lowered expectations, or sorry, lowered standards.
Unfortunately, alcohol doesn't work on me. I've tried. Yeah.
Perhaps sleep deprivation.
I know. I really don't like going without trance.
Elves don't sleep.
Yeah.
That's trance.
Yeah. But I mean, not trancing for a few days would mess me up. I suppose it's possible, but I've been exhausted ever since we came from the pinnacle. So in fact, I do think I should get some rest now. It's been a long day. She stands up and she is just basically one giant bruise. There's a couple cuts from Eric. What were those tentacle goo guys who could like phase out of my grasp?
Oh yeah. Let me grab them real quick. I actually put them away already. One moment, grabbing them again.
Well, she doesn't even know what they're called,
Right.
but one of those guys shanked her pretty good. He did like almost like 100 damage to her in one turn. So she's got like a couple stab wounds on her torso, and just she's messed up. But she is going to wish Tetsu a good night and go to her room.
Yeah, Tessu's going to make a mental note to prepare regenerate for later.
Yeah. Well, she's a monk. She'll be healed by the time she wakes up. But
oh, your hit points will be restored, but scars, bruises, liver damage.
Oh no, that goes away too. She has perfect control of her body. She can regenerate that stuff on her own by spending ki.
All right.
Although with how many potions Aimer drinks, his liver is probably shot at this point.
I think he has exploded himself once by drinking too many potions.
No, I don't think he has actually.
Not yet.
I think
that was Echo.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right.
All right, but
So
yeah.
What we'll do is we will go ahead and let you guys take your long rest. And I'm going to go ahead and roll a D5 here. Actually, we'll roll D6. This will be fun. 1D6. Let's see here.
And the 8 goes away, so I'm back to 165.
Testu Dinide. During your sleep tonight,
How do I fix?
You have wonderful, peaceful dreams of a job well done.
Well, that was going to happen anyway.
It's the best night of sleep that you've had in easily months. You know that you have fulfilled your purpose so far, and the fact that the Haven Scent hasn't dragged you away yet means that they still need you.
Oh yeah, like he's not going to probably leave this group until he's gotten Rose a husband, or at least a decent one night stand.
Okay. Cool.
Although for elves, would a one night stand be like a 1 year fling?
Right. So what we'll do is we will come back next week and explore what happens with Echo Rex.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not
We
kidding.
got time.
Here's
We've
the
got
thing.
time to work this out.
Have you even figured out?
No,
what you
I
wanna
really
do,
don't. I really don't have time. Like,
Well, we could recall to the temple because
you can recall to the temple. You want to recall to the temple? We can recall to the temple.
Oh yeah, we'll be doing a speak with dead and then a recall to the temple and then a resurrection as applicable.
Well, we can do the speak with dead right now. Sure, we can cover speak with dead.
Okay, in the morning.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I mean the body is just still sitting there on the throne.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So if you cast this, we'll be able to talk to him.
You can ask him, I think, 5 questions.
Oh, so it's not like a conversation.
No.
No, this is technically asking the body, not the spirit.
So,
Huh.
is this something you want to do as you have gotten your long rest and come to the morning? Waking up in the magnificent mansion.
Yeah, I mean, if he's willing to cast it, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Cool. Echo Rex. They cast Speak with Dead on the body of Echo Rex.
Rose. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know how you want to play this, but I think Echo would wake up kind of confused, like from a long sleep. And you have those nights when you have really good sleep and you dreamt of something, but you can't remember what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Echo knows he was somewhere else, but he doesn't know where he was, and it's like he's kind of confused, and he's trying to look around, but he can't see anything. He's just in darkness.
Echo, this is Rose. Do you
Rose?
want us? Do you want us to try and bring you back?
Bring me back. Where am I?
I look over at Tetsu and I just like, can it ask questions back?
Not normally, but with the sheer amount of magical shenanigans involved in that, I think this might have just lit a fire of a greater magical effect.
You're dead. You resurrected Amorosi.
Oh,
You did
I
it, buddy.
see. Well, I might have been a little hasty. I didn't think it all the way through. I kind of was hoping that I would become Amorosi, but
It's probably my fault. I have that effect on people, not thinking things through. Sorry, buddy.
I guess that didn't work out.
Well, part of you became Amorosi, rather explosively so.
That was already Emery Rosie. He has implanted that part of the dragon into himself.
Interesting. So you spoke with him.
Yeah.
Yes,
Is he pleased?
he was. He thanked you. He gave his deepest thanks to you, and he thanked us as well for helping you.
Is he going to kill Vagradan?
Apparently, it's going to be a big brawl.
He says he's weakened from the resurrection and he needs to regain his strength. But it doesn't sound like he is going to allow Vagradan to exist as long as he does.
Well, that's good.
So the real question is, buddy, what do you want to do? I mean, right now you're chilling with MKL, and him and I, I know him pretty well. Are you wanting to continue this fight, or do you think your job here is done?
We'll respect your decision, Echo.
That's
Yeah.
funny because I feel like a great weight's been lifted. And it's not just Amarazi. It's like the whole weight of the world has been on my shoulders, or just the weight of walking around day to day in such a chaotic world. I feel like a lot of that's gone. I kind of feel happy, but I know there's things I hadn't finished. I never got to see the Endless Pinnacle or speak with Amarazi.
We are
And
allowed
from what I know, you haven't
even.
even made more kobolds, and I'm fairly sure that's like the #1 activity of kobolds.
I get 30 virgin kobolds. No, I haven't. I don't remember where I was or what I was doing. Yeah, I feel like there are things that I left undone, but maybe I was never meant to do them.
Oh.
Where would you be without me?
Who's gonna babysit me if you're not here, Echo?
Yeah, good point.
We'd probably be far less bold.
Oh no, we'd be far more bold.
Change is inevitable, and fearing change isn't in my nature. But I would prefer to have my friend at my side again, if I could choose.
You know,
Echo can't move, but he's kind of moving his head around. He's got that bandana over his eye sockets. And he does seem a little confused. Maybe a little sad. He wasn't sad to begin with, but he kind of a little sad now.
And Brandon just walks in and just kind of stares like, what?
What is that? That's, God damn it, you wasted more questions.
So you're telling me you can bring me back. You think you can bring me back?
I asked Maria Rosie specifically, and he said that we could magically return you to life, but he didn't know if you'd be willing to return to life as his previous carnation
It might be hard.
remained dead. And I
Yeah.
don't know if it's because they felt fulfilled or additional magic was needed. He didn't really specify.
If you can bring me back, I would love to finish a few things that I haven't finished.
We can certainly try. But we want to talk
And-
to you first before we attempted anything.
And if you can't, then that's okay. Don't worry about it. I think I did the right thing either way. And I don't want you guys to feel like any of this was on you. It was my decision. So I think I'm happy where I am. So if you can't bring me back, that's okay. If you can, I would love to see you guys again.
We'll ask Tetsu if he has Ray's dead prepared, and we'll at least try.
I have a resurrection prepared.
Okay.
Ray's dead doesn't restore body parts, and I don't think we want him coming back heartless.
Do you have the diamond? Don't you need a big diamond to do that?
Well, yeah, just gestures towards the party loot as a concept.
Oh, diamonds. Do we have?
I don't
need to
think we have
find.
any. I think we need an
Oh.
expensive. Well, Amor, there's the one you've been saving for yourself.
And as you did ask 5 questions, and
Yeah,
the
I
fifth
did,
question
yeah.
did get answered, Echo Rex falls back dead.
That's what I thought would happen.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're not going to leave that fourth question and have him be at the end of the D&D movie.
No.
That was one of my favorite parts of it.
That was
Yeah.
great. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if we have any diamonds. I know Amor has one he's been saving for himself.
No, that was one I found in a dungeon a long time ago that he wears the necklace. It's actually worth far more than is needed. But
Okay.
that was kind of the meme of him. It is our in case of emergency diamond in case we need one on the fly. But yes, there is one along his neck. But I think we only need a diamond worth
1,000.
1,000.
Well, if we can recall to your temple, I'm sure they have diamonds we can purchase.
Oh, yeah, I have.
One, yeah.
Yeah, gee, it's almost like I'm a high cleric or something.
Might be. I don't know.
Well, then take us to wherever your temple is.
Mm-hmm. All right, prepare yourself for a place of wonders and amazing trinkets that sparkle.
Well, before we do, because we're still in the mansion, Eric, if we teleport while we're in the mansion, will the book come with me, or do we have to exit the mansion then teleport?
Would she know? And would she think about it?
I mean, I'm thinking about it.
So I think Echo always had the book with him, even when he was in the mansion. But I don't think we ever we never did try to teleport out of the mansion.
Because I don't want to leave the book in Esquinetia or whatever.
You have the book, you can take it with you, but we never tried to teleport out of the mansion.
Yeah, dimension or distance, only do one at a time.
Yeah. You know what? Just to be on the safe side, I think we'll exit the mansion first.
Okay.
That's the correct answer, by the way.
You were going to lose the
you
magnificent
can only-
mansion at that point, yeah.
You can only teleport on the same plane that you're already on. If you're in a pocket dimension or deem you plain. You don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
She will also, take a piece of cloth and wrap the eye, wrap it around the eye, and take that with her as well.
Okay.
And after she steps out and sets the book up, closes it, and we're back in on the foundation of the old temple, she'll just look at Tetsu and just say, "All right, take us to your temple, Tetsu."
Okay, and Tesdiddy shall cast Word of Recall.
And with a bamf and a Shizerte a wiggle, you guys appear at the Temple of Anwa. And that is where we're going to end for today, as we will come back next week for the attempted resurrection of Echo Rex. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know we didn't cover a lot of Ricard's lore, but we will get to that. We did have the death of Echo Rex, and I checked in with Echo during the session, and he said he's doing okay as far as that goes, and everything's cool. We're going to see what happens next week with Echo Rex. But yeah, the last thing you guys see is that right now the moon is about to go in front of the sun as an eclipse is occurring.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'll look at Tetsu and just be like, "Is that a good thing or a bad thing?"
Well, for me, it's a good thing, because if I was on temple duty, I would have so much work right now.
All right, guys, have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, and we'll be back next week for the next episode of the Spirit Sun Fellowship.